digest. From lane to the new shining ground, echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time, we march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire.
Hi guys. Oh, that's not how I wanted it. Sorry, Steve. That was a bit wrong. Hang on. I'm trying to sort out that you don't look
I'm
so-
not. I don't got the earbuds in yet, but
Huh?
I don't have my earbuds in.
All right. Okay. Well, anyway, guys, welcome.
I'm giving them a charge before the watch along.
Okay. I was trying to make you look bigger. You looked a bit small, but welcome to the first watch along of the 25-26 season. Me, of course, Dermot, aka Dermatron, and of course, my co-host, of course, when he's ready. It's funny. Yeah, Steve. But welcome, guys. Welcome to the watch along. We are away to Reading today. The season starts here. The season starts under Thomas Frank, and let's hope for a better season. Well, can we build on what we did last season? Hopefully we can, guys. Hopefully we can. Hope you're doing well, and thank you all who joined us for our first ever first one of the season. Our as I set this up right as well. You know what? You don't expect anything else from me, do you? Really, to be so disorganized. It is pre-season, by the way. So there you go. There you can see the Reading team there. But I hope you're doing well, guys. Listen, this is the Spurs lineup. It is a Vicario and goal. We've got Pedro Porro, Romero's captain, Danso, and your doggy is a back four. We've got Bentancur, Sarr, and Alfie Devine in that cam role, in that number 10 role. Then on the front tree, let know if it's better, is Johnson, Solanke, and more. Let me get my teeth in. And then on the substitutes, all right, just let me know when you're ready. And then, of course, on the substitutes bench, we have Kingsley, Austin, Davis, Vacevic, Phillips, Van der Ven, Jed Spence, Abbott, Basuma, Bergville, Donnelly, Sonny, Lancashire, Yang, and Kudos, our new signing from West Ham. Now, just to give you guys a bit of an update, Morgan Gibbs does start for Nottingham Forest today. Really surprisingly, It's a 4-tree tree. Yeah, it does sound a bit like a 4. Are you ready, Steve? Just give us thumbs. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll bring you back in. Okay, you ready? Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah, it does sound like a 4-2 tree, 4-2-1 tree. I think it's a 4-tree tree with Alfie Devine playing as the number 10 behind, playing that cam role. But what do you think of the lineup today, Steve? Are you happy with it? I am. I think it's a very ballsy
Ye-
lineup, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm actually quite happy with it. We know that Vicario has been replaced with Tony Kinski. That was a
Yeah.
late minute scratch. So I think last night I predicted Kinski was going to be in net, but I did think that the back four was going to look a little something like a first team. Like, I'm happy to see Betancourt there, but for me, it's not just about the senior players getting their legs underneath them. It's for the young guys like Vuskovic, Devine,
Yeah.
Donnelly,
Yeah.
Mikey Moore, essentially using these 2 preseason games as a launching pad to make Thomas Frank rethink maybe his decision. Especially when it comes to carving out roles on this first team. I think that I think it's important for a guy like Alfie Devine, Jamie Donnelly, and Mikey Moore to literally plant their flag and make Thomas Frank rethink rethink his plans for the first team. Yeah, 100%.
I do that. And look, and there's the bench. What do you think of the bench? Are you look? There is a few people missed from the bench. We know Tell's not in the squad today. I think you alluded in before the whistle that maybe they've been rested for the Asian. We've got Luton next week, haven't we? So some players may play.
Yeah, because Matisse Tell, Wilson Odebert, Archie Gray were all involved with their national teams in the summer. So I would probably assume they were late back to camp. And so they're probably going to get a rest this week, most likely next week as well, too, as they ease themselves back into training ahead of the Asian tour. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I am so looking forward to this, Steve. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm really looking forward to the start of this. We've got a really, really intense summer coming up, preseason tour, which it's going to be really interesting. I just want to get the right one where it is. I think it's this one.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. So look, we'll start with Reading today. We've got Luton then next Saturday. Then the intense work start. We've got the North London Derby in Hong Kong. And then a few days later after that, we're in Seoul with away to Newcastle. Then we've got Bayern Munich on Thursday the 7th at 5:30. And then, of course, the big one is the UEFA Super Cup.
Yep.
Now, a lot of people are saying it's only a glorified charity shield. I don't see it like that, Steve. I see it more, it's a second European trophy. That's exactly something right. to kickstart Thomas Frank. If he wins that, he's starting as a winner. He's won his first bit of silverware, major silverware as a manager, and kick on. He stated when he joined, I want to stand on the shoulders of the managers that have gone, the successful managers that have gone before me, the likes of Bill Nicholson, Keith Birkinshaw, Arthur Rowe, Terry Venables, Ronde Ramos, the manager who should not be named.
Even a guy like Maurizio Pochettino that established
exactly.
And we got to a Champions League final. Here's the thing, right? For me, the real preseason starts on the Asian tour, right?
Yeah,
you can concede that these first 2 preseason matches are going to be more about those young players coming back off a loan, or even a guy like Kudus who's coming into the first team, to really just kind of make their mark and really show Thomas Frank that they deserve to be on this first team instead of potentially going back out on loan. Whereas, Arsenal, Newcastle, Bayern Munich, these guys are, heavy hitters in world football. And by the time we hit that Asian tour, we absolutely have to be playing with our best foot forward, because we can't allow ourselves to get run off the pitch like we had in summers past, where those type of losses ended up, and those type of performances ended up bleeding into the start of the season, right? I remember last season against Bayern Munich at the stadium, and we got played off the pitch, and that seemed to have some carryover into the Leicester match. And so it's important for Tottenham Hotspur to use those 3 matches absolutely correctly, because once we get to that Super Cup, and I 100% agree with you, it is a European champion, it's a European trophy, but it also means momentum coming into the season off a win against a team like PSG, because it's going to give confidence to this team that they're able to play with anybody in the world, and that's going to be absolutely huge.
And I'm looking at the bench there, Steve, right? We are a few minutes away from kickoff. Spurs play. I mean, I got Spurs play for the year. It comes with me getting my membership as well. I mean, God bless them. They could do with a better bit of organization, a better setup than they have. But
I was going to say, here in America, it's on Paramount Plus. I didn't even know that. I got it, so I got it queued up, and it looks like it might be raining there in Reading.
I'm not. I tell you, on Spurs play, they're just talking to the fans. They're not even seeing the bit. You're well ahead of me. Is it on Paramount Plus? I think you and me have the same thing, don't we?
Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus, and there's the full shot of the car park pitch that they're playing on.
Yeah. Now, where are you with the substitutions? We've got here, okay, the Spurs Play has one person working their demo, a down and out
Why a man in the stomach.
And he says the dog does much. Yeah, that is so true. To be fair, big up over for Mex. Any streams? Yeah, you can watch it on Spurs Play. You can watch it on Royals TV as well. Also, if you do pick up, we are going to put the VPN at halftime, but if you do pick up our channel sponsor, private internet access, and watch it on Peacock or watch it wherever around the world. I'm sure there's plenty of streams. But guys, look, we are getting ready for kickoff. One question about substitutes: do you think we should see a full lineup change in the second half, or do you think we might see it a little bit? Who do you want to see come on out of them subs? Who are you most excited to see?
I want to see Vuskovic. I want to see Jamie Donnelly for sure. And I also want to see Kudus. But here's the wild card of the guy that I want to see, because I would assume that there's going to be wholesale changes in the second half. I'm curious to see. Will Lancashire a little bit. A little bit, man. I've been a big fan of Will Lancashire, and I thought he got jobbed last season after he pulled that red card at Galatasaray, and we didn't see him. We didn't see him at all for the rest of the season.
No,
so
I thought it was harshly. I thought he was treated really harshly after that.
And considering that we don't have Richarlison available today, for me at least, I would like to see Will get off on the right foot as well too. Because I mean, as important as this match is for guys like Devine and Donnelly and more, it's equally as important for Will Lancashire as well too. Even if it means a potential loan move, him coming correct in these preseason games may or may not put him at the right team as far as the loan is concerned.
Yeah. Well, I'm still, Spurs Pace are still talking. It's a minute before kickoff. They haven't even gone over to the game yet. Just go to the game, will you? For Christ's sake, I want to see football.
It almost looks like it's a 4-4-1-1. But that being said, it kind of does almost look like a 4-4-1, but really it looks like it's going to be a double pivot of Sarr and Betancourt with 3 across with Johnson, Devine, and Moore with Solanke on top. But the question not necessarily is how they're lined up. It's going to be what the formation looks like as they're building forward. Is it going to play almost as like a 3-5-2? That's kind of what I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm curious to see that as well. Well, Spurs players still yapping. If you know if the game's kicked off, please let us know.
Right now, they are. Looks like they're exchanging flags. So Christian Romero and I believe it's their number 10 week are exchanging flags right now. So it looks like we're pretty close. And as soon as it kicks off, what I will do is I will pause it until you catch up.
Yeah, hang on, definitely.
Because the Paramount Plus right now is patched into the Spurs broadcast. So. Look at Tequila. That's so funny.
Right, the Spurs player having a few technical difficulties before they go over to the game, so that's why Spurs play haven't gone over to the game yet. So We may be
Yeah.
joining it a little bit later. Tequila says the game's kicked off 30 minutes ago, Dermo. So Spurs play. Blind man can't see the clock, so he doesn't know.
It looks like it looks like as the game is about to kick off in about 30 seconds. So
well, let me know if it kicks off, and I'll start the timer on the screen. So let me know when it's kicked off there.
All right. And I think and it looks like Reading is playing from left to right. Spurs are going to be in the opposite direction. And now all of a sudden we have kicked off, and it looks like Reading is going to have possession here down the right-hand side, as that's going to be played forward just a little too hard of a touch right there. And
here's pictures. I've got pictures, Steve. I have pictures. Yeah.
And we are 20 seconds in.
Yeah, I've just kicked off now, so I
will hit pause on. Come on now, hit pause. Oh, I can't hit pause.
Right. Okay. If anything happens, don't shout out, because I'm about 20 seconds behind. Right. But it's nice to see Spurs playing. They're playing in that black kit today, actually, which is really nice. In their away kit. And here is Tottenham now looking to play it round. Here's Danso. Danso loses it. Reading get it back, goes out for a Spurs throw. Look, you're a bit ahead of me, Steve. How Tottenham sort of lined up, in your view?
The interesting thing is that ball's being played forward in the box, and it looks like it from the initial buildup, it almost feels like as they're pushing forward, there's four across the front. So it almost looks like two wingers, two strikers, then of course Alfie Devine playing underneath. So
yeah, it does. And here's Spurs now, all in black. Here's Donnelly with the ball, lovely fall through now. Here is on the wing. Here is Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson, Tottenham going in. Oh, it's gone out for the first corner of the game, and it is a Tottenham corner. But there was Jamie Donnelly. Now, Alfie Devine, doing very, very well indeed. I like the away kit, Steve. I think it looks quite cool. It looks really cool. There's Romero. Buntingcore is in there. We've got Solanke in there. Who will get Thomas Frank's first goal? Porro with his lovely new hairdo, taking the corner, kicks it in. Lovely ball, and that was a bad corner kicked out by Reading, and Porro there, back there. And there is now Jed Spence now on the ball. Good stuff from Spurs here. Just slowing it down and keeping it. Do you see much difference from last season, Steve, how Spurs are playing and how they're setting up now? There seem to be more of a normal line, isn't there? There's not much of a high line like we had last season.
Me personally, we're only like 2.5, 3 minutes into it, so there's not really a lot that we can garner from this. As this first half moves on, I think what I really want to see is this team, build up a few times, playing out of the back, just to kind of get an idea of if they're keeping Udogie and Porro home, and this is actually playing as a back three with somebody dropped in, or if this is a back four. But as of right now, it feels like it's a back four. It looks like Porro and Udogie are staying home here.
Yeah, lovely ball from Porro, and it goes. There's a Reading keeper well out of Sidey's box, and there's Solanke running, doing what he does best, puts the pressure on the keeper, and all the way back. Good full house for Reading. To be fair, good money for them. Actually, good. They've been under financial restraints recently as well, so it's actually good for them as well. And it's nice to see us playing English clubs, isn't it? Doing what we used to. It's nice to see. But what a ball. That is a lovely bit of football, but the getting away. But I think, I'm 4 minutes in. I don't know what time you're at, Steve. I'm
at 4:10 right now.
Do you know what? I'm only about 3 seconds behind you.
Okay.
So, which is really good. Well done, blind man and his dog. The dog's done well. Well done to the dog. The dog's got it fixed. But here's Reading. Looking for an option. Trying to come back. Lovely ball into their centre-back. He takes it down to the wing. Tottenham trying to defend. Blocking their route. And good stuff there.
the interesting thing is that, Tottenham doesn't, right now with Reading holding possession, it doesn't
Mm.
look like there's a full team press. It looks like they're allowing Reading to kind of, either play down the wing or make a switch to the left-hand side. And now, of course, there's the turnover right there. So on the inverse, though, Reading looks like they are very much trying to press high to try to create turnovers in Tottenham's end. So I like the fact that Tottenham is actually playing out of this.
Yeah, it is good. But here's Spurs now. Here's Solanke. Here's Jet Spurs. Oh, good tackle. And it goes out for another Spurs corner. 5 minutes gone. Thomas Frank nodding on the touchline. Thanks very much, Tequila. Your scoreboard is slow, then Domo, if you're 3 seconds behind. Yeah, I rephrased it now. The dog's done his job at Spurs play.
Yep. Good on the dog.
It's nice that he's brought his own coaching staff with him, apart from Matt Wells, who's there. But it's good, isn't it, that he's brought his own coaching staff with him? I think that's essential to how Tottenham will set up the season. Yeah, I've seen that Frank out with not score 5 goals. First,
what I like is the bravery that Tottenham has shown going forward.
Yeah.
This is now the second corner within the first
corner
5 minutes.
coming in. Oh, good punch out from the Reading keeper. And here's Reading now. They're on a bit of a break. Only one man there. And there's Jed Spence all the way back to Kingsley.
Ooh, nice.
And Kingsley now.
Nice
lovely ball. That is a lovely ball to Porro. Porro on the wing now. Crosses it lovely. They're looking for Brennan Johnson. Doesn't find, but here's Alfred Devine now. Bentancur. Porro. Solanke got fouled. No free kicks, says the referee. Solanke gets back up. What a ball from Porro, though, wasn't it? Was that a penalty?
I don't know.
If that VAR was in charge, I think that'd be given.
Looks like he got pushed in the back right there.
He did. I'd tell you, I've been impressed with Kinski's footwork, actually. Every time
nice ball through.
Oh, lovely ball. Oh, good one. Here's Solanke now. Can Solanke puts it across? Oh! And it goes out for another throw into Spurs. Tottenham starting to turn the screw a little bit now. Starting to show their Premier League expertise. Oh, that's a free kick, referee. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what, Steve? This may be a friendly, but I'm I'm wound up. I can feel myself getting wound up. It's a friendly. I know, but I'm sorry, it's a game. The Spurs are playing. I haven't seen them play since the Europa League final. Here's now your doggy. Oh, unlucky from Alfie Devine Day.
Yeah, not exactly the best weighted touch right there, but look at Spurs getting that turnover high.
Oh, look at that from Bentancur. Beautifully done. Here's Solanke. Solanke now. Tottenham playing some good football. Oh, tussle in the box, and the referee gives a free kick to Reading. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, they're not treating it as a friendly, are they? They're giving it the role.
But look at the chances that they're creating, playing balls in. And that's something that we rarely saw last season. There was a lot of tentative last season, but so far on the front foot, they're not afraid to put balls in the box and let their playmakers try to get on the end of them. I'm absolutely, so far we're like 8 minutes and 15 seconds in. Yeah. And this team looks like they are hungry.
Yeah. They're looking to impress. Big up the Wayne Bono says, seriously, 7 minutes in, we're not 45-0 up. Hell no, I'm with Tequila Frank out brave on it. Who was our starting lineup? It is Kingsley, Porro, Romero, Danso, Udogi, Bentancur, Sarr, Devine, Johnson, Solanke, and Moore. And then on the bench, we've got subs bench. Oh no, so Vicario. Hang on, there's been a change. The lineup said Vicario, but it's Kingsley that's in goal, not Vicario.
Yeah, that was made right before kickoff.
Oh, is there a problem with Vicario then?
Not that I've heard yet. I granted, that's the thing is you wonder if maybe he's like me personally. I think I wonder if this was Vicario up to full strength. I don't necessarily think it's because they've already announced that the reason why Richarlison was held out, it wasn't because of an injury. And let me pull this up real quick.
While you're doing that, we're coming up to 10 minutes in. It is a free kick to Reading. Reading, bring it in. Here's Reading now, headed back in. Vicario goes for it, loses it. Oh, off the line. Jesus, off the line by Porro. Reading nearly score. off the line by Porro with his head. Reading take a shot. Oh, just wide. And Vicario and Kinski says, thank you very much. But Porro did sell Tottenham's bacon there on the line,
Yeah.
Steve. I mean, what a free kick.
Yeah. Well, that was an unbelievable free kick. Oh, so the interesting thing, though, is like, yeah, the reason they're saying that Richarlison is out, not because of an injury, but the reason why Solomon's not in it is because he actually picked up a training injury. So, me personally, there's no news yet on Vicario. I until there's actually word on Vicario, whether it's an injury or not, I'm going to just assume that Kinski is at full strength while Vicario is still working his way back.
Yeah. But Reading nearly took the lead there. Kinski went for a ball, punched it, but it sort of deflected off his hand. There's Jed Spence on the bench as well. Going to do a little bit of a warm-up. Kinski kicks it long up the field. Coming up to 11 minutes gone.
Come on, Alfie.
There's Alfie Devine. What a ball. I know it goes out for a throw. I know what he was trying to do.
Yeah, look, for sure. He's trying to hit that outside attacker.
Yeah. We can also, we've got to support these youngsters as well and give them time. And they're looking to impress Thomas Frank as well. I want to be part of your plan. So there was bound to be a bit of nerves going into this preseason. Is that a free kick? Yeah, it is a free kick to Spurs.
What I like is that Spurs are not necessarily afraid to play through the middle of the park.
No.
Granted, they are making switches, and of course you can see just on that one, maybe some of their long balls aren't exactly crisp, but they're playing out of Reading's press. They're not afraid to play this through the middle of the park.
No, and it's good to see. We're sort of, it's a lot more different to how we were playing last season, isn't it? It's already showing. 12 minutes in, you can see the difference.
Yeah,
and it goes out.
Yeah, the difference between Postecoglou's 4-2-3-1 in the Europa League, it was more compact, defensive minded. Where Thomas Frank his football's on the front foot,
which is good. I mean, his sort of his principles is, don't be scared to make a mistake, but be prepared to make up for it. Work hard for me and I look after you. Don't work hard for me, then you're not part of my plans. You're going to have a problem. It is a free kick to Spurs here. I tell you, Reading haven't started too bad either, to be fair. Reading have been very tightly and compact.
Yeah.
Posing Spurs a few questions. Here's Porro now with the ball.
Well, Spurs still have been able to get forward. They've been challenging the box as well too. But one of the things that Reading has done well is continuously press high up the pitch and try to make this a little bit more difficult for Spurs to play out.
Yeah. What I like about Romero, I'm just watching him, is he's always talking all the time. He's talking, he's pointing, he's sort of trying to find other players. Sorry. Here is your doggy.
With the vine.
Oh, nah, he's lost it. Lovely bit of ball there.
There you go.
Please see Danso getting the start today.
Yeah, I'm a little pleased by that. Oh, nice ball movement right there. Ooh. I'm absolutely pleased because I think Danzo finished the season last year on a high,
really strongly,
I think that it just shows the trust that even the new management group has in them by throwing it out there. I was surprised because I thought maybe we might see VDV, but I think maybe that this is more or less just saving these two. I think we will probably see VDV next week.
Sorry. Justin Daniel Levy. Just my eyes starting to burn in my eyes.
Him and Johan Langer.
Yeah. Oh God, don't show me him again. Don't, please stop. Thank you. God, that was burning my eyeballs out. It was the bald head. Go away, just go away. Anyway, free kick to Spurs. 40 minutes plus in. Here's Tottenham now with a free kick. Pedro Porro over the ball. Porro, free kick comes in. Ooh, headed out by.
Ooh.
Here's Alfred Devine. Alfred Devine comes in. Solanke. Oh, that should have been. It was Solanke. That should have been 1-0. Oh,
I want to see this again real quick.
yeah.
If that ball goes in,
actually, Steve. Talk us through it.
yeah, that ball goes in. So you're off the free kick as it gets deflected off to the left. Alfie Devine makes a nice little sprint to get it, makes a move, puts one in, and actually picks out Dominic Solanke. And of course, that ball was on his front foot. You're absolutely right. That probably should have been a goal because his positioning was good.
Yeah, what a ball from Alfie Devine, though. What a
absolutely.
ball. He's
great cross in. And again, you just wonder whether or not did Solanke have the ability to at least play it back to himself to get a better shot, or was that really the only play that he had? But that being said, it hit his lead foot. So, but again, first preseason match of this. This is the first preseason match, so there may be some rust.
Yeah, I tell you, well, how good is it to see Tottenham back, though, Steve? It is good, isn't it? It is. So am I. Here we go. Here's your doggy now. Your doggy balled over. Foul, says the referee. Thank you very much. Referee says you pushed them over. Get used to it. No, stop. Just get on with it. Thank you. Danso to Romero, the Argentinian bulldog, to a tiny dancer, as Steve's nickname for him, and I think it's a brilliant nickname for him as well. Here's Romero, the Argentinian
he's the
bulldog.
Tiny Danso.
Yeah. Into South American, playing to South American now. Here's Alfie Devine growing into the game. He is growing into the game. Into your doggy on the edge of the box. Here's now Bentancur trying to flick it into Johnson. Porro, lovely back flip. Here's Danso. Oh, what a ball from Danso. Good ball control. Out to your doggy now. Tottenham playing it around nicely. Here's Danso now the Porro looking for options, goes back to Romero just inside his own area. Here's Bentancur. Bentancur, bad pass, but good playing there from Alfie Devine there. Gets the ball back. Tottenham again putting more pressure on. Here's now Romero inside his own area, just going to go over the halfway line, just inside the centre circle, and Tottenham are playing it. Lovely ball, lovely little triangle balls. How Brentford played last season. You've seen little bits how Frank does like to play little triangle football, which does does drag Reading out. Lovely ball through over the top. And it's gone out for a goal kick. We've got
I love the ball movement. I love the ball movement here.
There is a bit of Brentford about it, isn't there, Steve? We talked about it early in the summer, didn't we? About how we were set up and how there is a bit of that there. You can see it.
It's not just about ball movement. It's about ball movement by picking the right guy that's going to be able to be open in space. And we definitely saw that right there. I mean, especially as they were working it down the left-hand side, it came back centrally, and then all of a sudden there was nothing but open yardage right there to play that ball forward. So, yeah.
I can't wait for – so go on, Steve. Sorry, man.
Yeah, I just think that, it's being tactical when it comes to your passing, not to make a pass for passing's sake.
And I see that you can look at Danso. He's just stepped on the ball there. No, I'm not going to rush this pass. I want to make the right pass. Lovely crossfield ball. Look at that touch. Oh, here's Solanke again. Good ball. Good. That was good from Solanke. But it's a free kick onto Reading. Solanke picks the player up. I've been impressed with Solanke. I have to say he's worked hard.
Yeah, the work rate's still there.
Yeah. Just need a second striker, don't we? Oh, here's your doggy now. Tottenham on the break. Can Tottenham score? Here's Solanke. Solanke looking for it. Oh, Solanke's going to get the ball back. It doesn't. It's in the penalty area. Ooh. It's Bentancur. Bentancur now to your doggy. Your doggy now to Danso. Danso now to Papasar. Papasar to Porro. Porro looking for options. Goes all the way back to Romero on the halfway line. Romero now to Danso on the right side. Looking for options. Being pressed a little bit. Goes back. Goes all the way back to Kingsley. Kingsley's got the ball. What's he going to do with it? Passes it out to Porro. Tottenham now playing some good stuff. Good possession football by Spurs here. Not rushing it. Not really making passes for passes' sake, as Steve said. Lovely crossfield ball. Here's now Johnson, I think that is the Porro. Porro back to Romero. Romero looking for options.
Ball.
Lovely ball. But here's Tottenham now. Here's Solanke. Solanke loses it. Good tackle. That was from the Reading keeper, defender, and out for a Spurs throw in. Tottenham put the pressure on now, Steve.
Yeah. They've been on the front foot for the entire 20 minutes to start that. I want to give a big shout out right there to Alfie Devine. That was a perfectly weighted ball right there to Dominic Solanke.
It really was. Lovely ball. I tell you who else has played well. I think Solanke's worked extremely hard up front, but he's also trying to be a bit more central, isn't he? He's trying to be more not come too deep. But unlucky there with a shot in the box. Good defending that was for the Reading number 12. I think Johnson's been quiet. Well, there's a Reading player down. Johnson's been a bit quiet, hasn't he?
Yeah. And the interesting thing about Brendan Johnson is we just haven't seen Tottenham try to go up that right hand side.
No.
Generally, it's been switches to the left hand side is because Udogie is absolutely open, and so that's the that is the side where they're concentrating, I guess, a little bit more on the wing back as you're seeing Mikey Moore kind of tuck in a little bit. The interesting thing is, they really haven't gotten to Brendan Johnson yet. It's going to be interesting to see exactly how Brendan Johnson's going to look in space when they finally do switch to that right hand side.
I like what Tequila said. He scored. Have they scored?
No, he's scared.
Oh, he's scared. Do we? I'm gonna actually start some of these for halftime, Tequila, if that's all right, man. Because I think there were good talking points for Halfline and also Wayne's as well. Big up to everyone. Big up to 344 of you in the house as well. Big up to everyone.
And it looks like Reading is about to make a substitution here.
So the number 12 is coming off. He seems to be with his leg or his ankle, I wonder. He's looking at his leg.
And by the way, it does look like as Spurs are pushing forward, it is generally a back three with Porro, Romero, and Danso as Destiny Udogie is playing that wing back up the left hand side. And so they're not, it does look like they're playing two at the top with Brendan Johnson wide right and Mikey Moore kind of tucking under, trying to float a little bit more centrally.
Yeah. There's one fan who's actually fallen asleep. It's not that boring.
One wonders if he stayed up a little too late last night.
No, it was actually a she. So I wonder if she was partying last night. She was partying last night. Here's Danso. Now on the ball. Tottenham attacking again. Your doggy looking for options. Passes one, passes two. Does it get a crossing? He does. A long cross ball to Brendan Johnson. Brendan Johnson, the winner, scorer of our European final against Manchester United. Ole, ole, ole. Johnson scores again. Burns is off, and Stickland is on for Reading. Here's Tottenham now on the break, all in black, like the Undertaker, if you like WWE. I know Tequila does, so that's why I'm saying it. She was partying with me, Domo. She didn't get much sleep, trust me. We all knew that Tequila was a bit like what's the name of the fella, the Playboy Mansion?
What's his name? I forget his name. I know who you're talking about, though.
Is it Hefner?
Hugh Hefner. There you go.
Hugh Hefner. That's Tequila. But we don't know. Some say it could be Simon Jordan. It could be Simon Jordan in disguise. Who does know? But here's Reading on the break. Oh, I love doing watch-alongs. They're so fun, and I'm so glad that the Arsenal game is actually at 12:30 kickoff, not 10 o'clock in the morning. Which I'm absolutely over the moon for that. I wasn't looking forward to getting up at 8 o'clock doing before the whistle and the watch along. That would have killed me.
Totally.
But big up to Asgrid. Does anyone have a link for the game? It is on Spurs Play, and it is on Royals TV as well. So if you look at them too, I'm sure if you get a VPN, which you're going to do at halftime, pick up a VPN. It's in the description below. I think there's so much off at the moment for 2 years plus 4 months free, but you get the links anywhere.
Nice.
Never forget about 3 o'clock Black Ops again. So do, but yeah, Spurs Play or Royals TV are where you can watch. Spurs TV is where you can watch all the Tottenham's pre-season games, and it's €45 for the year, which isn't bad. I need to get my membership next week. My Hotspur One membership reinstated, so I'm going to the Manchester United game, guys. So if you're going to that game in November, I will see you there. I'm looking forward to it. Here's Danso to Romero.
Yep, I got my Hotspur one Hotspur membership as I picked up my tickets for the North London Derby in February. So I'll be out there at the lane for the second leg of the North London Derby, and I cannot tell you how it's like 7 months away. I'm excited as hell.
And also, I'll be over with you the day before to do some content. So we will be in and around the stadium. We'll be in the number 8 bar the day before the game as well. So join me and Steve down there, which I'm looking forward to as well. Going over to do a bit of content with you that day. Here's Danso now, looking for options. Doesn't find money, but goes into the middle of the park and finds now Romero. Romero, what a ball from Romero to Alfie Devine. Alfie Devine gives it away, unlucky. And here is Redding again. Looking for options. Redding. It's the first time Redding got on the ball, I think, in a while. But good tackle there. But the referee says, no, it's a free kick to Redding. And then Solanke's saying, ref, you're being generous to Redding. He's saying, Dominic, you will get your chances. Just leave them alone. So Dom says, okay, and moves on. Redding, what have you made of Redding, actually, Steve? They're a tidy outfit, aren't they?
Yeah, well, right now they're definitely compact defensively. They're not necessarily giving space to Tottenham in the attacking third. But that being said, coming forward, we just haven't seen a lot of it. And I think a lot of that has to do with the way that Tottenham's taken away the center of the pitch and essentially keeping them on the wings, which is the way that you want to play. You don't want to concede any type of space right here.
All ball over the top. Here's Redding now on the attack. Well defended by Danso. Look at that. Yep. Good header out. He's impressed me so far, Danso, I have to say. Yep. He really has. Yep. He's really impressed me.
That back line right now is playing clean.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. They're not conceding space. So that's exactly what you want to see. Great tackle right there by Romero.
Yeah, it was. They look Romero good. They look more comfortable, don't they? Mm-hmm. They don't look so like, if I could say, a fish out of water. They look more at ease with themselves, which is good to see. Here's Redding on the break, trying to find options, can't break through. And Tottenham are playing like when they're defending, it's a 4-4-2. It looks like
correct.
With Donnelly and Solanke as the two strikers. But here's Tottenham now, all the way back to Kingsley. Kingsley now, what can he do? Lovely bit of foot control by Kingsley. Lovely chip ball out, and it does it go out? It does. Unlucky.
Yeah, and I like that from Kinski a lot too, because when you're under pressure, you're not trying to be fine, you're not trying to be cute, and if that's the only play is to kick it out, then kick it out. That to me is the right decision from a goalkeeper under duress.
Do you think a few of these players like Johnson and players like that are just gearing themselves into it? So as you say, today's all about fitness, but I don't know what it is with me, Steve. I want to see Tottenham win every game. I don't want the result does matter to me in a way to me today, which I know it doesn't to you, but for me, it does matter a little bit.
For me, it's all about fitness. I don't want to see any injuries. And if they're able to get through this match with no knocks, no niggles, no setbacks, and they're able to win it, that's a plus. But for me, this is again, this is just for the senior players. It's getting back in the swing of things, understanding exactly what their roles on the pitch, getting familiar with each other again, because this is the first time these guys have been together under a new head coach. So it's all about I guess understanding exactly where their teammates are going to be on the pitch. It's, being able to get on the same page is what I'm trying to say.
And no, I get it.
Yeah. And, don't get me wrong. If you can win it, that's a plus. But that being said, I think there are underlying things that you want to see from this match. And if you can win it, that's a bonus. But I don't think wins or losses necessarily matters to me as much as it matters to you.
Yeah. I just started that comment there as well, Wayne. What's our formation? We'll go more into it at halftime. I think during next week, Steve, when you're about, we might do a tactics show on this game and try to explain what formations that he is playing and try to explain the game tactically. But his Tottenham with Papa Sarr now, good cross in, hits Solanke going for the header, doesn't get it. Tottenham looking for it. Brent Redden kicking the ball out. It's gone all the way back to the Argentinian Bulldog. And there he nearly loses it. Romero nearly caught out. And it is a free kick. Rightly so. Well done. Well done. And there's Porro trying to get the ball back. And 15 minutes to go. This game's gone quick, actually, to be fair. But it was Romero. Not the greatest takedown, was it, Steve? It was more, as you would call it, rustiness.
Yeah, it looks like Romero. I'm not going to say he didn't realize who was behind him, but that being said, it was literally just looked like the Reading forward just barreled him over.
How Divine and more on Divine playing? Not bad. Divine, actually, I've been really impressed with. More, he's been a bit quiet, but he's on the ball now. Here's Moore now. More to your doggy now back to Moore. Oh, wants to take a shot. Doesn't find it, but Alpha Divine tried to get there, but your doggy gets it back. Here's Tottenham now, trying to bring it through. Oh, unlucky. There.
You can see that there's a lot of rust.
You can. Because see what they're trying to. Oh,
yeah.
That's a yellow card as well. That is a nasty tackle by that. And Brennan Johnson, Porro is on the ground, literally rolling around. Would that a sending off in your view, Steve? If that was a Premier League game, would that be a sending off in your view?
Well, we're going to take a look at it right here. So clearly Pedro gets to it. And I don't think it's a sending off, but it's definitely a yellow. It's definitely worth the yellow because he wasn't. Because O'Mahony wasn't necessarily, he wasn't playing the ball, he was playing the player.
Look, in my view, his foot's up. For people that can't watch it, the tackle went in, his foot is up, and his foot's back that much off the ground, and it goes straight into the side of the leg or the thigh of Porro.
It looked like he got his foot while Pedro was trying to extend that left leg.
Yeah.
And again, that's that in these type of games, they're the type of tackles that are unnecessary. I would understand if he was playing the ball, that makes sense. But clearly the ball was forward, and Pedro was trying to turn the corner there, and that was a blatant cheap shot tackle right there. So I don't know. I just think it was unnecessary.
It was. If VAR was in charge, if VAR was in, would they have overturned that? That's the question. I know it's a friendly, but you can't be tackling like that, for Christ's sake. Right. I mean, this is a friendly.
And you notice the way that Tottenham is defending as well too. They're not putting in those type of tackles. They understand exactly what this match.
Go on, Johnson. Go on. Oh, good. Is it going out for a corner? No, go kick. No. Now I've just noticed Spurs have changed formation now. They're now playing 3 at the back.
Yeah,
with 5 in midfield and 2 up front.
It almost feels like it's 3 in the back, 2 in front, and then like 5 in the front. As they're pushing forward, when they're coming back, it almost feels like it's a 4-4-2. But that being said, it's like pushing forward. It almost seems like they're attacking with 2 high 10s, a wing back on the left, Brendan Jansen on the right, and then of course. Almost a 2-striker system right there, and I believe it looks like it's almost like Mikey Moore and Dominic.
There's Sonny getting a great applause by the Spurs fans. Good number travelled up to Reading today. There's Sonny. He's very enthusiastic. That fella in the shirt, chanting whatever he's chanting. Anyway, it's Tottenham now. on the break. Here's now Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore now to his former under-21 colleague, Alfie Devine, to Brennan Johnson. Watkin Johnson puts it through. Solanke! Oh, free kick. Oh, God.
Yeah, I think they're going to call a whistle on Solanke right there. But then there you go. Brendan Johnson with space, and of course he doesn't push forward to try to get a better angle around the corner. It's like he makes like a touch and then kicks it through the legs of the defender right there. That doesn't give Dominic Solanke a shot at open space to get off a shot. So again, this is our first opportunity with Brendan Johnson in space, and so far
there's Bergville, Davis, and Sonny on the touchline, along with Lancashire and Abbott as well. Great to see the youngsters there. I'm so looking forward, Steve, to doing the under-21s and the under-18s this season. I can't wait to do them watch-alongs. They're going to be relics.
I agree. But in the context of the second half, man, I'm looking forward to Jamie Donnelly.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Kudos coming on. I can't wait to see him make a debut and see what he can do.
I'm so curious to see exactly what he looks like.
Yeah. I think what we do is when we do the pre-record for our player ratings, I know we're going to have two different teams, but I think it's going to be interesting. I think this first half as a whole, I think it's been a very productive first half for Tottenham. It's been a very good first half for Spurs. It's been well organised. Players have been sort of buying into the Thomas Frank philosophy. And I think they look, I don't know to you, Steve, but to me, they look more relaxed. They look more freedom under this. Do you know, it seems like the shackles have been taken off them a little bit. Do you think that's something to do with the Frank system and how
I think that? Yes, I think that a lot of it is that, but I also think the level of the opposition as well, too. These players are just clearly better than Reading as well, too. And where we're seeing a little bit of some rust is unlocking that attacking third in the box. But what I will say is that, so far the passing has been absolutely brilliant. And one of the things that's a nice ball in.
Is Porro. Porro now, is he going to cross it in? And can I just say, for the first time, and not the only time we will say this season, Steve, Casper the Ghost makes an appearance down the Tottenham wing, and even he couldn't trap that ball. So he does make an appearance the first time of the year.
What I have been impressed is their willingness to ping balls in the box. It seems like Dominic Solanke has been getting service.
It does.
I want to give some since we're at 37 minutes in, I want to give some love to Destiny Udogie. I think he's looked great down that left-hand side. I think both Danso and Romero played well. Same thing with Porro. So from that standpoint, it's nice to see him play with this type of energy and passion. As far as I guess you can call it the attacking third, I don't think Brendan Johnson so far has played all that great. Solanke hasn't necessarily been able to create that space that you would like, but even Mikey Moore's been a little quiet as well too. But that being said, for their first game back under a new manager, I like the passion in which they're playing with.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking we've sort of got our proper Tottenham back. This is like how we want to play. We're playing attacking football. We're playing it as adults.
Oh, nice move by Devine.
Oh yeah. Here's Mikey Moore. Oh, lovely ball for Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore. Oh, Nucky goes out for a corner. That's what Mikey Moore can do. That is what he can do. What a little bit of skill for Mikey Moore.
1v2 down the left-hand side, plays through two defenders.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Hang on. Oh, through your man's legs. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
What a move, Steve. Oh, that's good. That's sexy football, as they say. That's what Mikey Moore can do. Give the lad more chances and he will thrive in this tournament. It's a corner kick to Spurs. Can Tottenham now take the lead? Porro with a free kick. We've got an ooh from Steve. Oh, now we know why we got an ooh from Steve. That is why we got an ooh. It's a goal kick.
Who got on the end of that shot? That was a good save, by the way.
I think it was Solanke. I think
There's
it was Solanke. Here we go.
It goes down. Oh, no, it looked like it was Papsar.
I see. Is it Papasar? It is Papasar. Oh, Johnson was there. He couldn't hit the rebound of when you notice it comes off the keeper. Brendan Johnson
So
just
lazy.
couldn't do anything with it. Oh, unlucky.
God, this is match
Unlucky.
one. Brendan Johnson is, God, lazy.
Oh, dear. Yeah, just give us 2 minutes, Steve. I will be back in a minute. So just give us a minute here. Just find where I am. Now you see me. No, you don't. I'm the invisible man.
And here's Reading now in possession as they're forced to play it all the way back to their keeper. So Reading's going to try to reset, and here's the ball that's going to get blown up the right-hand side of the pitch. That's going to be headed off by Destiny Udogi, but down to a Reading attacker as they're playing it down, trying to play down the right-hand side, and of course Mikey Moore cut that off. And now all of a sudden Moore is playing excellent defenders. That ball is going to get tipped back up and back to a Reading center back as they play it back to their keeper. And so Reading will reset as they're playing this down the right-hand side. They're going to have to move it a little bit more centrally as they're trying to play around through the center backs. And there comes the Tottenham press a little bit. Very good, very good organized press right here. And it seems like throughout the duration of the first half, they pick and choose when they wanted to do it. Now that ball's going to get skied down the left-hand side. There's Pedro Porro. And it looks like there might be a whistle. And there is. And so Tottenham now will get the free kick. As we are about 4 minutes out from halftime. And here comes Spurs trying to play through the middle. I think there's going to be a whistle. Is that going to go back to Reading? And they're going to say Pap Sarr was responsible for that one. Interesting. Okay. All right. As we are approaching 41-20, 41-30 here, as Reading will be on possession, as they're going to try to work this down the left-hand side. And looks like they're going to have to reset here as they're trying to play a little bit more centrally. That's going to go out. That's going to go out right. Now they're going to play this back centrally. Nowhere to go. They have to play it back to the keeper. As their keeper is going to sky it all the way down the pitch, headed forward. Now off to the left. It looks like it's going to get out for a Spurs throw-in. Good, so far good defense for Spurs. They played this one actually incredibly well. And now Kinski's under pressure, and he gets it out right to Pedro Porro, who tries to play through two. His back pocket's going to get picked. And now Reading will have possession in Spurs territory. That ball's going to get tipped away. Spurs now are going to be on the counterattack. Ooh. And it's Solanke who's going to play this all the way to Udogi on the left-hand side. Here's Destiny. And now it's Betancourt. Now it's Romero, the captain. As Romero's going to play this, it's Alfie Devine. Devine lays it forward. Ooh. Nice. Actually, I beg your pardon. That was Mikey Moore. That was a nice little weighted pass through. I love the bravery in which they're playing these balls forward. It might have been a little too weighted right there for Dominic Solanke, but Mikey Moore had the absolute right decision to make right there.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, Steve. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud. Lovely ball by Mikey Moore. And there's Johnson again. I tell you one thing, though, Steve. Just been thinking about it when I was doing what I was doing. I've been really impressed with Kinski in goal. How commanding he has been of his area. And he's not flinching under pressure either. No. He's making the right decisions.
And
also his ball, how he's handling with the ball and getting it out and setting up attacks. And he's really has improved. So, look, I'm disappointed we got rid of Josh Keeley, who signed for Luton today, by the way, guys. And also, who else has gone to Aberdeen for another season? Dorrington as well. But here's Tottenham. Here's Porro now. Come Porro. He puts a cross in. Who's that going to? It's going to no one. But your doggy cycles the ball.
Yeah, they had two crashing the far the far side. It looked like it was Dominic Solanke and Brendan Johnson.
Crossing in. Oh,
as
oh,
that
dear.
was
Sorry,
tipped away.
Steve.
That was actually headed to Dominic Solanke, and it looked like it was
Yeah,
excuse me, on the far side right there.
yeah.
But
What a
to
cross from
that
Michael
point,
Moore.
to your point about Josh Keeley, I wasn't surprised, and I had
No.
been hearing since they brought in Anton Kinski, he was actually really upset because I think he was expecting to come back off a loan, to facilitate a role, and of
Yeah.
course he kept last year with Leighton Orient. So I'm not surprised that he didn't want to re-extend, and I wish him the best of luck with Luton. I think he's in the right spot too.
Yeah, I think he's for his Porro with the corner kick. Header in. Oh, Solanke was going to get there. It's Bentancur. Bentancur now with the ball. Bentancur back to Porro. Porro beautifully crossing again. Looking for a header in. Oh,
Romero.
God. Romero just heads it wide into the side netting. But again, what a pass from Porro.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's Bentancur looking a
It
little
was
bit
just a little too.
tired.
It was just a little too far.
Yeah.
A little too far wide across the box, and unfortunately, Romero was in a position where he had to go up for that header on the move.
Yeah. Let us know, guys, what you think of the new watch along studio. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you make any changes. But I thought I'd design something new for this season. So let us know what you think. The lineups will be changed before the Luton game. I'm working on something to do that, so I will bring that in for the Luton game as well. But here is your doggy now. Your doggy passes all the back to Bentancur. And that is it, guys. That's the end of the first half. It is Tottenham 0, Reading 0, Tottenham 0. There's Thomas Frank. Look, first half, Steve, I've been really impressed. There's Daniel Lee. Would you stop showing me that baldy Pillock, will you please? It's burning my eyes.
I think they're contractually obligated to show Levy at least 4 times a game.
Well, that's the 4th time, no more. I've been really impressed. I have to say, Steve, I have been impressed. Good first half for Spurs. And what I like about this, they're not taking them down the tunnel. He's actually doing his team talk, guys, on the. Now, I don't know if this is the second team, but the second 11, they're on the pitch discussing what he wants to see from the player. He's got his board out. He's now talking to the players. He's now counting them. He's looking for players who's coming on second half. This is refreshing to see. We can actually get to see tactics. So quickly, Steve, what can you tell us on the tactics board? What are you seeing there, sir?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because they're not necessarily attacking with 2 wing backs up both sides. Generally, when Spurs are attacking forward, you can see the back 3 of Porro, Romero, and Danso as Destiny Udogie is playing that wing back position up the left hand side, which means Mikey Moore has been tucked in, playing 2 high 10s with Alfie Devine, and it's Pap Sarr who's playing, I guess you could say, that deep line playmaker role. But he's also making runs into the box as well and getting into advantageous positions, especially on free kicks, corners, and set pieces and things like that. The interesting thing, though, is that you're almost seeing it's not necessarily Dominic Solanke being out on an island. You're seeing 2 different versions, especially when they're attacking up that left hand side. All of a sudden, you'll see Brenton Johnson tuck in, almost playing a little bit of that false 9 role. So, the interesting thing about it is you can see the framework of how Thomas Frank wants to attack. And of course, this is the first time out. It's not going to be perfect, but what I'm seeing is them not passing for passing sake. They're taking their time to get that right pass into an attacker with space so they can turn and move upfield and move quickly. I like the fact that they're attacking with bravery. I like the weighted passes in the box. They're taking chances, and that is something that we did not see last year on a consistent basis. And it's refreshing to see them just being brave on the attacking side.
Yeah, guys, just give us 2 minutes. I'm just trying to change the big man Tin Man 007. We need to upgrade Solanke big time. Big up Tin Man. We've got Carl Simpson. Looking forward to seeing Kudos. That is fair. It is. Let me bring this back here. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to I was going to design a whole new second half thing, but I'm not going to be bothered because I it take me too long. Who else we got in? We got Tin Man. Take my Solanke out of your beeping mouth.
Now,
Big up. Jessica agreed. Needs alternative. Yeah, we do need alternatives.
we'll see. We'll see how the summer window progresses, and
Yeah.
I've been consistent with we need a striker that's going to be on the
Yeah.
same level,
We do.
potentially better than Solanke, but we'll see how that plays out. Let me ask you a question real quick as we're turning our attention to the second half. Are we going to see wholesale changes, a whole new 11?
Yeah.
Okay. And where do you think the goal is going to come from?
I think Kudos could get a goal. I think Kudos could be a threat down that wing. I don't know where they're going to play Sonny, probably in the left. So I don't know who goes up front. Probably Will Lancashire will go up down the middle. So I think he might try to make an impression. You've got Basuma coming on. You've got Bergville coming on. You've got Donnelly coming on as well. I think Yang might. I think Yang might be coming on. I'd like to see Yang get a go. Now, so go on, Steve.
I was going to say, because if they're going to set up the same way they did in the first half, where essentially that left winger is going to tuck in and almost play a second 10 position, that would generally be Sonny, playing a little bit more centrally as that left wing back bombs up the left hand side. So I'm kind of curious to see Sonny in a little bit in that role, in that little creative role right there. Especially with Kudus and Will Lancashire playing up a little bit more forward. That to me is a little intriguing, don't you think?
It is very intriguing. But I tell you what we are going to do. We are going to quickly take a 2-minute break so Steve can go and get a drink. I can go and get a drink. What we are going to do is play our video for our channel sponsor, Private Internet Access, the channel sponsor of THFC Till We Die, the whole brand of THFC Till We Die for the 25-26 season. Comes across from our channel to all channels under our umbrella. And please listen to Colin as he tells you all about it. We'll be back in a few seconds. Come on, you Spurs. In the big Thomas Frank we trust.
Let me talk to you. A little reference there. But I'm going to stop messing about. I'm going to talk to you about Private Internet Access, the best VPN in the land. Now, when you're online, you may not realize, but all of your data is there for the taking by anybody. With a VPN such as Private Internet Access, your data is safe and secure, streamlined, and nobody else can get hold of it. That's why I use one anyway. VPN's very easy to use. Private Internet Access, all you got to do is log on your phone, select where you want to be. So I want to be in America, and I click go, and there we are. You can also link up your devices to it from your phone if that is easier for you. It's available on a lot of platforms as well. As you can see, you can use it for a very, very big range of things. So that's even better as well. You can use it, like I said, on all your devices, smartphone, tablets, gaming consoles, and stick it on your modem. And it's unlimited devices. One equals all. It's available all across the world, and it works perfectly. What they do is they mask your IP address, so pesky 3 o'clock kickoffs aren't an issue anymore, and they're independently audited, so there's no logs, 30 million customers, and 4.5-star Trustpilot rated excellent review. Private Internet Access. Get yours now.
Yeah, and if you can, guys, I think there's still a bit of a 85% off at the moment. It's for 2 months, for 2 years, so much for 2 years, and also 4 months free at the end of that. So do that if you can. Steve, look, we've got a few comments that are starred at half time, so let's go through them over there. Tequila's asking, do you think we can keep a clean sheet this year, Demo? For what I've seen in that first half, yes, I think we can. I think defensively we look stronger. They look more like what they're doing. As I said, the shackles have been released from them. They're not playing with fear. They're playing with the freedom of we're defenders and we can defend how we want to defend. Do you think that's true, Steve? Do you think the back four are sort of playing thank God for that. We can play our normal game now. We're not already chasing back all the time. We can play in a normal line.
Right. I think we're only 45 minutes into the season, and what I will say is time will tell. I'm not necessarily going to be worried about clean sheets until we get into the Premier League portion of the schedule because I think against equal or better opponents is gonna tell you just exactly how good this back four is. But that being said, I would assume we're going to see clean sheets because I think we actually have the personnel in order to do it. So from that standpoint, 100%, 100% we'll see it. I actually think we're going to see it today. I don't think Reading is going to have the ball enough in order to actually mount an attack that's going to be sustainable. So today specifically 100%, but as far as like throughout the course of the year, I'm gonna withhold that until we're actually playing in the Premier League against teams that are either on equal foot and we're able to handle our business.
Yeah, I agree with that, Steve. I think you hit that on the head. That's why I like working with you, Steve, because you're totally opposite to me. I'm the delusional one, and you're the one. Come back, Dermo. Come back. Be sensible. That's why I like working with you. You're the yin to my yang, if you know what I'm. If you get my drift.
I got you, man.
Yeah. And I tell you one thing though, since I've really enjoyed that, I feel like the watch-alongs are getting so much better because we're sort of getting in sync with one another now, and I'm really enjoying them. He says, Dermo and Steve, I will put you in there because I'm sure he met the both of us. He says, do we need a better forward line? Look, I'm happy with the forward line we've got. Everyone's slagging off Brennan Johnson. I like Brennan Johnson. I think he is a player that I think can play as a second striker, as a striker. I don't think he's a winger.
Right.
I do feel Sonny is probably playing in his last season at Spurs. I think at the end of this year, I think Sonny will probably move on. If you look at Mikey Moore, first 5 minutes, he didn't do anything wrong. I don't think Alfie Devine did anything wrong in their first few minutes. So my question to you from this, Steve, is if you look at our forward line and you look at the youngsters we've got coming in, surely Tottenham are better from promoting from within than shelling out 70, 80 million for a striker that may or may not perform.
Well, I guess it depends on it. It's going to depend on what they look like between today and the next match against Luton. Is going to depend on the areas in which we can either promote within or improve on the outside. Understand that number one, we are going to get Morgan Gibbs-White through the door. That's one, and if the aggressiveness continues, that it also could mean a guy like Adam Morton, a guy like Harvey Elliott, or a guy like Xavi Simons. But the interesting thing though is that so from that standpoint, our forward line is going to be better. By the time we hit Burnley for the first match of the season, it's going to look drastically different than what we're seeing today. That being said, there is ample opportunity for a Jamie Donnelly or a Mikey Moore to carve out a role within this first team. And I think just by going off of what Thomas Frank has been saying is that he likes those players. But again, the interesting thing is going to be at that striker position because is this team going to continue with Richarlison in that secondary striker role, or are they going to improve it from outside? I think that number one, I still want to see them be aggressive in the summer transfer window because I think there's good players to be had that that we're being aggressive with. But that being said, when it comes to some of these young players, for me at least, it's all about position wise. And whether or not, if they decide to keep a few players, there has to be a carved out rule for them to get minutes, or else I think it's going to be a detriment to their development. So we'll see.
Yeah. I'm quite happy with seeing what happens. As you say, it is the only start of pre-season, so there's a long way to go in the window too, isn't there? The window doesn't shut to the end of August, so a lot can happen, but we have to see what happens. This last one will start from Wayne Bonner. Look, guys, you can also pick up your memberships. There's going to be membership shows next week as well. For the Luton game, there will be a members build-up show as well, so please join me for that. Also, do, if you can, bring in your super chats and super stickers to do help us grow. We're looking to really grow this season. Viewer wise, we're in the first 6 months, we've done more views on this channel than we did in the whole of last year in the first 6 months. So I'm so over the moon with that. And that's not down to me, it's down to Steve, it's down to Tequila, it's down to Colin, it's down to James as well. We're a unit on this. We're a family on this channel. And it's down to all our hard work. And to do that 6 months in and to have more views, I am extremely proud of this channel and all of us. But guys, do help us support. We are 4 years old in August. So we're going to have a bit of a birthday party on our birthday. Looking forward to that. And also, we may be doing something special before the start of the season. I'm looking, sort of toying with the idea of doing a slight charity stream for people with heart, because I had a problem with my heart. I've had another stent put in. So I'm looking to do something for the Heart Foundation. Also looking to do something for what Tequila's going through as well, and to help people like Tequila go through what he's going through, and also raise money for that. But something we're going to reach out to a few other channels as well, and so you can reach out to Dave when he get involved. We're going to reach out to a few other channels as well, and get a few channels and do 12-hour or a 24-hour stream. We don't know yet what we're doing, but we will do something for you guys.
It looks like Jed Spence, Sonny Bergvall, Ben Davis, Mohamed Kudus are all coming on now in the second half. So here comes the second team here for Spurs, the second lineup for the afternoon. And so I'm curious to see exactly what this now looks like. We got a good idea of how Thomas Frank likes to attack. So now I kind of want to see specifically maybe a little bit just exactly how Mohamed Kudus and Sonny play in the second half.
I'm going to say big up to Jazz Fusion, who's come in as well. Big up to Boris, Carl Simpson. No promoting within. I want quality players signed. Don't see Liverpool doing that. That's true. 100%. Son's gone just here until the match in Asia. Now, that's interesting.
Maybe.
Now, maybe. Now, do you like what Frank's doing here? Do you think it's good that he's sort of showing players... it's just refreshing for me to see he's taking care of the players. Like, he's really talking to Basuma there. This is what I expect from you. Do you think players will gain respect for him for doing that? Be more hands-on. Say, our previous manager left it all to the coaches to do.
Yeah.
So do you think the players will very quickly get behind Thomas Frank?
It appears so. It looks like he's got a good rapport with certain players, but I'll tell you what, man. Here comes it looks like Vicario is now going to be in the second half. There's Mikey Van de Ven.
There's Ben Davis is on. God help us.
It looks like Ben Davis is probably going to be playing that left back role.
Are we winning yet, Tequila? We're not. It's about the taking part today. Me and Steve have sort of come to I've come to the realization. I'm with Steve now. It doesn't matter the result. It's about fitness. But deep down, I'm thinking you fucking better win. His Lancashire now.
If we can if we can get our fitness metrics in and get through this match without any injuries, and we can win it. Me personally, the win is the bonus.
Yeah, exactly. And we're off and on the way in the second half here. Here's Bergville now with the ball. 0-0 at halftime, and we're off and on the way, guys. What time are you, son? Make sure I'm with you, Steve. What time are you, son?
45-27.
Gee, you're ahead of me again. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll work it out. We will work it out. Spurs play.
I think I ended the half 5 seconds ahead.
Yeah, I think you may have done. I do you know what? It's very nice to see Matt Wells has been kept on, actually, to be fair. I think that gives the players a little bit of
familiarity.
Exactly. I think that's good. What's the point? Big up to you. Carl says, thank to Biss, except you to accept the Juve offer. Yeah. Biss wants to Bonaconi issue his leave. He doesn't want the offer. No. Here's Basuma. I think, is Basuma playing for his Tottenham future today, do you think, this preseason, Steve?
Maybe. The question is, whether already that
Sonny.
that decision's already been made. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're getting at.
But the thing about it is, it's like, we haven't really heard a lot of talk about Bissouma's future. Yes, there is that link to Juventus, but that being said, Thomas Frank is going to play him. If he's around, he's going to play him. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, Vuskovic flying into tackles. Yeah.
How good is that to see, Steve? How good is that?
Yeah, well, I love watching young players play without blinders on, just being aggressive. That's interesting though. The back is Mikey Van de Ven and Vuskovic. I kind of like.
Is he playing? He's number 80, isn't he?
Yeah, number 80.
Yeah, and there's Sonny. Does Sonny look tired to you? I think Sonny's still partying from the Europa League win. He's got a taste for the party life.
Or it's because he's 33 years old.
Yeah. Oh dear. I just seen the tackle now. What a tackle. He's a beast. He really is a beast. Let's see it again. That's a Reading player. Oh, look at that. That's do you know what?
Sonny.
He's I'm interested how this second team does, but here's now Tottenham now.
Yep.
Vicario, this is the second lineup, guys. We've got Vicario in goal. We've got a back four, a Spence, Vicevic, Van de Ven, and Ben Davis. So we've got Bergville, Bissouma, and Donnelly playing in the midfield. Donnelly playing in that cam role. And then up front, we have Kudus, Lancashire, and
there's the goal.
It's a goal. Hang on. We've got a goal. Hang on. And let me catch up. Just let me catch up. Corner kick to Spurs. Corner comes in. Here's a header from Bell. It's in the back of the net. It's Will Lancashire.
Will Lancashire.
Yes.
There it is.
Well done,
the
Will.
youngster.
Woohoo. 1-0 Spurs. It's Will Lancashire. And I only said to you, didn't I would like him to play well and score. Will Lancashire turns up. There's Ben Davis. There's Bissouma. There's Kudus. There's Will Lancashire going with his under 21 body as well. Donnelly giving him a big hug. There's Sonny. There we go. Look at the Spurs. Look at the Spurs coaches. They seem happy too. But it's Tottenham 1, Reading 0. Daniel Levy thinking, oh shit, maybe I don't have to buy another striker now. And it was a good header in. It was from Donnelly. Kudus took the corner, Steve-O.
Yeah.
And that was it was an under 21 goal because it came off, I think, Donnelly. Was it Donnelly that did the flick on?
Good question. Are you talking about in the build-up?
Yeah. Was it Donnelly?
Yeah. It looked like it was Donnelly that ended up flicking it onto Son right there. It was. Excuse me, Vuskovic. Yeah.
Vuskovic. Yeah. Ryan said, "Who took the corner?" It was Kudus. First assist. He's only been on the pitch 20 seconds, and he's already had an assist already. Come on, that's what we want to see. Come on, Tottenham are back, baby. Woo! Here's Jed Spence. What a goal. What's the point? Jed says Lancashire should make his team better than all of them. I tell you what, I'm so pleased for Lancashire because I felt it got so harshly treated last season, Steve, after he got sent off in the Europa League, where he should have been protected more. He should have been arm around the shoulder. Don't worry about it. It happens to everyone. And he just got shunned out. And I feel that was detriment to his development last season, I think. That's just my opinion. Maybe people don't agree with me, but that's how I see it.
Well, and I also think that, just from a goal standpoint, having a young kid like Will Lancashire being able to score these type of goals, from a confidence level, it's going, that his confidence is just going to soar. And so far, as we start the second half, the first corner, it's a goal. To me, I'm just absolutely thrilled. I'm thrilled that Lancashire was able to get in a position to make that happen.
Yeah, here's Reading now looking to have a good tackle That was by Tottenham. And Tottenham order back to Vigario. Vigario kicks it up the field looking for spaghetti bolognese. And he doesn't find it, finds a Reading player instead. It's now his Reading.
Spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah. I knew that get you going spaghetti bolognese. I see the smile on your face. I can tell you, yeah, I love meatballs, by the way. Just give me meatballs and pasta any day of the week. I'm happy as Larry. I can eat what I could eat before since I've come back. And the people who've had heart problems know I can't eat sausages anymore. And it's really doing my head in because I love my sausages and I can't eat them anymore. So I'm allowed to drink, though, funnily enough, I'm allowed to drink no sugar, zero sugar, zero caffeine Coke.
Okay.
Which actually tastes like the real Coke. To believe it.
I've never had it. I'm not a big soda drinker,
different.
so yeah, I'm not a big soda drinker. Here's a funny thing. Here's a funny thing that I think you'll get a kick out of. Druzilla has just referred to Will Ainsher as a ricochet merchant. Instead of giving the young lad credit, he's calling him a ricochet merchant.
Holy Jesus! I don't know. Anyway,
That's
another corner. That is a good one. I did like that, actually. Here's Kudos with another corner coming in. Another deep one. Header out. Here's now Donnelly. Donnelly with a clip in. Oh, now they've got Tottenham in there. Tottenham now. Jed Spence. And here's Kudos now. Oh, picks it on his right. Tottenham 2-0.
Yep.
And it's Vajovic on his debut for Spurs. Vucevic on his debut from Spurs. And it was a 30-yard belter from outside the area. And again, the assist goes to Kudos. 2 assists.
Yep. As we're gonna check this replay here, the interesting thing is, that ball starts. That ball starts with that head in to Kudos, and that was a nice little layoff right there. And there was it was Jed Spence that put it up. Kudos just laid it off perfectly, holds it, finds it, and there's Vucevic just running in, and it was an absolute dart.
Can I tell you the header for Jed Spence, by the way? What a header by Jed Spence.
Yeah, Jed Spence played it back in.
Yeah, to Kudos. There was Kudos. There was Vucevic straight in the back of the net. Thank you very much. 2-0 Spurs. And I tell you, first half wasn't bad. Second half, I've been really impressed.
Yeah.
But he whipped that in. What a shot.
The question was, did Reading do the same thing as Tottenham, bring on a second 11? But let me ask you a question real quick. When it comes to Jed Spence, knowing that he didn't, that's a header on. Nice save by Vicario right there.
Stop showing Levy, please.
The issue is, we know that Jed Spence didn't finish the year great at all. When they were rotating in the Premier League, especially against West Ham, there was a couple games at the end there that he just looked absolutely terrible. And how important is this preseason for Jed Spence to reestablish himself as a 1A, 1B wing back in this core?
I think it's very important. I think he needs to reestablish himself under a new manager again, and I think it's important. But I think last season goes a long way to giving him that chance, and I think Thomas Frank likes him, and he's come on. Look at the header. Jed Spence 2 years ago wouldn't even do that. He's more of a confident, more of a commanding defender than he was 2 years ago, and I think it's so important that he continues that development in this preseason and prove to everyone that it wasn't just a one-season sort of wonder. I am a good player. I'm a decent defender. And I'm going to stick around. And I think he's worthy of a start for me against Burnley already. I would start him against you. I would start him instead of Udogie. And I don't know why people might not disagree with that. And I understand that. But I think Jed Spence offers you a bit more than Udogie in my view. But yeah, it is important that he continues his form in this preseason.
It's interesting. Considering this is a World Cup year and he's on the peripheral of the English national team, so him, just like James Maddison, just like Dominic Solanke, are going to have big years if they're going to try to fight their way into Thomas Tuchel's World Cup roster. So I
Oh, what a
would
save
definitely
from Vicario.
I would definitely think that it's up to Jed Spence to put forth
Yeah.
the best kind of year that he possibly can.
Let me ask you a question then, Steve. Do you think his mentality's changed?
Well, if we're going off of last year, then yes, because there were at times where he was undroppable. You couldn't not keep him in the starting 11. He was just that good. But that being said, I wonder if he took his foot off the pedal, gas off the pedal a little bit last year towards the end of the season. So
I think he did.
Yeah, maybe. But that being said, I would be curious to see. I want to see, like, that's the before I'm going to go out and say that he should start over Udogie. I actually want to see him play on the left side at some point in the preseason, so we get a like for like comparison of just exactly what both are going to be able to contribute.
Yeah, I do. I tell you one thing, I'm liking this Tottenham now, that the second team that have come out are playing so much more expansive football than we did the whole last season. I swear to God, Steve, the players look more free. They look more at ease of what they're doing. It's like they've gone back to basics now. Frank has said, right, we're going to go back to basics.
They definitely look comfortable.
Now, that could be the opposition as well.
Very much. Very true.
It could be that. But I think the players themselves, their demeanor, their how they're working on the pitch, how they're playing, how they're attacking, how they're defending, they don't seem to be scared to want the ball. They want the ball, all of them. When somebody gets the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. Where last season they were very much, don't give me the ball. I don't want anything to do with it. I wonder if the change is actually been a good change.
Look at that play right by Basuma, right? Yeah. Not afraid to step up and actually make a challenge right there.
Yeah.
It's the confidence that I think that was missing a little bit last year.
Yeah.
So far through 58, 60 minutes, this team is playing with far more confidence than what we saw how this team ended the season against Brighton.
Yeah. Look, I get it. It's Reading. Gerard says it's Reading worse than League. I get it. We do get it, but you can learn an awful lot from this first game, how the players are reacting to Thomas Frank as a new manager, as Reading here on the attack. Reading, good defending from Basuma again, hit the back of him. And again, it's great to see us playing two up front, Steve. Like, more of the time, like, there was Kudos and Lancashire up front. It's great to see. I love to when we play two up front. Just look at the players like Ben Davis, Sonny, older players of the group, right? Do you feel they've been kept around to save us spending an awful lot of money and experience, that maybe we got these experienced players here, so we don't have to spend an awful lot on any more experienced players? Do you know what I'm getting at?
Yeah, but I still think that especially for a guy potentially like an Adam Wharton, who definitely does have that Premier League experience, would probably pay dividends a little bit. I still think there are players out there that, even a Morgan Gibbs White, that would definitely pay dividends as far as that goes. I don't think that you should look at it and say, well, we have enough, because I don't think you can ever have enough.
I know, I don't think, but I'm putting my there's Kuda's free kick. I'm putting myself into Levy's shoes. That's what I'm putting myself into his shoes. Me personally, I think we should go out and get Wharton. I think Gibbs White, we know he's coming. I'm ready. I'll be wondering if he's still on the pitch, actually. If he's still playing that. I'll reach out to my
nice run by Sonny.
New Forest friend, Dan. Did MG come?
So Robbie Savage's son plays for Reading, so he's Little Savage. He's Mini Savage.
Yeah.
He's the Diet Coke of Savage. Just one calorie. Savage
it is another corner kick to Spurs. An hour gone here, and Reading really on. I think Reading did change half time. MG, we know. I did say at the start, Boris, he started. I don't know if he's still on or not. I'm just waiting to hear back. I'd be
Who's
very
that?
surprised if he does stay on, but look.
Who's
Anyway,
that?
Kudos with the corner. Oh, the keeper lost it. Jed Spence again. Tottenham trying to get it in. Reading kick it out. And there is Vicario out of his box. Takes it down. Lovely. Oh,
So look at Celtic.
can I?
Celtic is up 3-0.
Oh, I'm Celtic. Can I just say, I'm watching the second half, right? I think Kingsley looked more assured than Vicario does.
I think Vicario's played well.
Yeah,
Especially
but
especially on set pieces. His
yeah.
his confidence on set pieces looks good. But by the way, I know somebody asked the question earlier. If Frank likes Kinski over Vicario, there's no way that Kinski's starting over Vicario this season.
No.
Vicario is an Italian national. This season, much like some of the guys we've already mentioned, this is a World Cup season, and he himself has a lot to play for as well too. So
it does.
I would think that started the season against Burnley, Vicario's number one.
Yeah, and Kingsley is the number two, but it's good to have two decent keepers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Number one,
Yeah.
and it's a good plus to have. Big up to Gerard, 3-0 versus Newcastle. Jad says, coaching is good. Boris, if Frank can teach them right, not blow them up in training and stop proper, you are light years ahead of the last 2 years before a real ball has ever been kicked. So true. Absolutely. Boris says, I see Kingsley start the cup games, low league games, if I have Champions football during the week. Yeah, I think there will be a lot of rotation once the Champions League gets sorted out.
Well, the one thing we know about that, Jazz, is the fact that Thomas Frank is very hands-on in training. We already know that, and which is already light years ahead of what Ange Postecoglou was doing, where he was essentially delegating training to his subordinates. So from that standpoint, it's already light years ahead. For me, the testament to Thomas Frank is not going to be about the development of the young players with high ceilings, the Bergvalls, the Grays. I think that's already given. It's going to be what he does with the senior players, because as we've seen over the last couple seasons, consistency has been a real big issue. If he can iron that out, and from week to week we see goal contributions from Solanke, Madison, even Sonny to an extent, Udogi, Porro, that right there will let you know just exactly how good of a coach Thomas Frank is if he can get these senior players to play consistently throughout the course of the Premier League schedule.
And also, Boris makes a good point. We've got a new goalkeeping coach from Liverpool this year, who actually was the goalkeeping coach for Alisson and Kelleher at Liverpool, and Trafford at Burnley. So, I mean, in that is way, we seem to have upgraded coaches wise everywhere, which is great to see.
Yeah, and I think that's going to play a huge role, especially for keepers as well too, because there's going to be a specific style of play that he wants from his keepers, and I think that the nouveau trend is sweeper keepers. But if that's going to be the case, you're going to have your goalkeeping coach is going to be a direct reflection of that, and I think that Vicario and Kinski are going to end up developing into very good keepers.
Yeah. I think, do you know what? If I know this is our first, here's Tottenham now on the break. Here's Donnelly, Lancashire, running after the ball. Look, if I was to give this a match report, do you know what? I've been really impressed with Spurs, first team and second team.
Oh, nice move by Basuma.
Yeah, no, I can't find any negatives in today's performance. I don't know. I can. Because they've all wanted to play. They've all wanted the ball.
Well, there has been, to the extent, like I'll say that, some of the passing has been a little rusty. Like we just saw right there with Basuma trying to hit Sonny off the left. It was far too forward. Yeah, there's going to be rusty moments. But that being said, from a tactical standpoint, it's looked pretty good. We haven't seen any injuries.
No, and as Carl says, I tell you what I like is we're seeing multiple tactic change on the fly in the match, which is really, really interesting. Because me commented on the first half as Reading make a raft of changes here. I think they're making a whole 11 change, which gives the Spurs players a little bit of a break. There's Jed Spence on the touchline. I mean, Steve, it's been great, isn't it? It's been refreshing. hasn't it? You
Yeah,
look how
and
last season ended and how we were playing, and this is so refreshing to see us play like this with freedom.
yeah, a little bit. They're open. They're playing cleanly. I guess the passing in the second half has still been as good as we saw in the first half. The tactical changes. It doesn't seem like they're playing. They're playing more. They're not necessarily playing. Three in the back. It almost looks like they're playing more of a three across with one up top, which is fine. Which is fine. I think when when you took certain talents off the field, you weren't going to be able to necessarily play the same way as you did in the first half. But still, 2 goals, and they've looked absolutely dynamite.
They've looked absolutely phenomenal, and I'm pleased. I'm really pleased, Steve. It's been sorry, I'm just getting a drink. I've been really pleased in what I'm seeing. And it's been great. I tell you who has impressed me. It's been the youngsters, Donnelly, Alfie Devine. I think Vucevic as well.
Yeah, Lakeshire and Vuskovic for sure. But that's the thing is we saw Alfie Devine a little bit more involved in the attack in the first half. Donnelly hasn't necessarily stood out so far. But then again, we're only in the 67th minute, so there's still a lot of football left to play. So but again, there's the defensive intensity, 1v1, taking away shots and angles from Reading. I like what we're seeing, and then also off the ball, closing down space has been absolutely pretty good. It has been actually incredibly good for Tottenham so far. So
I thought Mikey Moore had a good first half. Actually, he in places. I thought Mikey Moore did well. Look, there's going to be a lot of rust in this. This is the first game back,
100%.
So, but I. Do you know if you're looking for the game how it is, it's a corner here, 68 minutes gone, Tottenham 2, Reading 0. Goals from Avacevic and Will Lancashire to put Tottenham 2-0 up. Good header out that was by Ben Davis.
I don't know, Boris. Well. I don't know about Ben Davis. I mean, in isolation, he's had some moments, but he's also kind of got burned a couple times as well too. But again, first match of the season. Individual play is not exactly what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is, determination, motivation from both of these teams. I want to see them play with passion, and I think we've seen it. That's for me is a win.
Yeah, I think when you get to Arsenal, Newcastle, Bayern Munich, then especially when you get to Bayern Munich, you want to see how you want to play then. And then, of course, you've got the UEFA Super Cup, which I still think is so important we win that. Big up to everyone that's watching. 441 of you, or just 440 now. Thank you so much on watching on all platforms, on Steve's channel, on my channel, and also on X as well. Thank you so much, guys. Kudos is levels of what we have had. That it is a solid signing.
I will say that kudos, especially from set pieces, has definitely been involved. But from the run and play, have we necessarily seen it yet? I don't know, but clearly he stepped on the pitch and made an impact right away. You know what I mean? 2 assists.
I get you. I agree with you. And here is now Jed Spence. Now Jed Spence plays it up the line. Here's Kudos now. Kudos gets tackled, but he gets the ball and it's a throw into Tottenham Hotspur. Good stuff that was by there. It is now throwing. Here's Jed Spence. He can take a long one. I want to know who won the long throwing competition. That's
that's funny. To Wayne Bonner's question, it was Will Lancashire and Vuskovic with the 2 goals. Yeah,
big up to you, Wayne. Big up to Carl as well. Carl the Truth Simpson for his Carl.
That's his nickname, The Truth.
No, I just given it to him. Carl the Truth. There used to be a boxer called Carl the Truth Williams. Back in the day, and I'm just calling Carl the Truth Simpsons. He's probably go on.
I was going to say, to answer your question, apparently Tiny Danza won the longest throw competition.
Oh, did he win? Is that who won it? I want to see his long throws now. Oh, here we go. Damn. Here's Reading.
Ooh, here we go.
Here you go. Here's Burville now. Burville, lovely ball. Here's to Donnelly. Donnelly, lovely ball now. Here's Kudos now. Kudos. Will Lancashire running on the wing. Here's Will Lancashire now. Can he get across in? He does. He plays it back to Kudos. Can Kudos get his first go for Spurs? He doesn't, but it goes out for a corner. I've been impressed with Kudos. I think he's done well since he's come on.
Yeah, I mean, 2 assists. You can't sniff at it.
No.
Again, that's 2 opportunities right there. Ooh, was that Sonny? Come on, Sonny. But that's the thing. That's the 2 straight opportunities that they tried to work him down the right hand side. Didn't necessarily do much on the ball. Again, I'm not taking a piss on Kudos. But that being said, it's hard to really differentiate, the in the run of play between Brennan Johnson and Kudos right now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there is Thomas Frank coming out, doing a bit of shouting, doing a bit of Sonny. Sonny he really looks tired, doesn't he? He just
What's the point? What's the point, FC? Jeez.
Look, give the lad a chance, like, for Christ's sake, man. We've got Carl. It's fine, Dermo. The Tinkler. Is it the Tinkler? Moyles. Know how it is. Very funny, Carl the Truth Simpson. Very funny, sir. Here's Reading, and it goes. The game's flown by, Steve.
Yeah, for sure. And there was
not has flown by.
Sonny who got his, Sonny got his pocket pick right there.
Yeah, here's Lancashire. Lovely crossfield ball to Sonny. Sonny in the ball. What can he do? Sonny loses it again. Oh, it's a Sonny.
Oh, look at Berg ball. Look at Bergie.
Yeah. It's good stuff here. Yeah, come on, Sonny. Look at Bergville. Absolutely brilliant. Free kick to Spurs. Was it free kick to? I love Bergville. I love his attitude. I think Carl's right. I back the players who play for the club, not tear them down. Look, I agree with you 100%. I think we're right. I think as fans, and especially as YouTubers, as me and Steve are, I think we have a right to be critical of what we're seeing. And we have a right to be critical of players that we don't think are putting in the effort or the performance. I don't think we're tearing them down. I think we have a right to give what's the word I'm looking for, Steve?
Well, I just keep it down the middle. And it's not an issue. It's not an issue of tearing them down.
Constructive criticism. That's it. Constructive criticism. That's the word I was looking for.
For me, I'm just trying to analyze what I'm seeing right in front of my face. And and here's the thing, right? Again, this is game 1 of the preseason, right? We still have a tremendous amount of football before we even get to the regular season. And again, for guys like Brendan Johnson, for guys like Kudus and Solanke and some of these other guys, this is their first minutes. Since the end of so there's going to be rust. It's going to take a few games to kind of get their bearings back. By the end of the preseason after the Super Cup, we can actually somewhat be critical with some of these players coming into the regular season. But so far, I like what I've seen from a tactical standpoint, from ball movement and the way that they're moving with intent. They played well.
Yeah, can I just say they have changed the goalkeeper. Vacevic Wayne is playing very well. I've been very impressed with him. He's very assured. He's very comfortable. He's not nervous. He's just taking it to a Dr. Water.
Dude, he's confident on the ball.
Burfield loses it in his own area. Oh, no penalty, says the referee. Here comes over the bar. Reading thought they scored, but they didn't. But Bergville was caught there in 2 minds.
Yeah, bad decision right there by Bergville. He probably should have played it back to Vicario.
Yeah. What's the point? Look, come on, man. This is only the first game. I think. Look, man, come on. I know. I don't know why you're being so negative. Christ's sake, man, come on.
He's only assisted the 2 goals today.
Yeah. everyone's entitled to their opinion. I get that, but yours is yours is on a different planet. I think. Anyway, long football. I don't think fair enough. It's your opinion. Give me MGW and Paluna this weekend, and I'll be happy. Quite a few outgoings coming shortly as well. Yeah, that's what we are hitting.
Give me MGW, Wharton, and Xavi Simons, and this is one heck of a summer transfer window.
Oh, if we get them 3 players, Steve, Jesus.
Well, we know we're getting one.
Yeah.
One of the 3. And it looks like they're gonna get Adam Wharton too. So
well, I'm hearing they could be getting Paluna. I mean, I'm hearing they're really in deep discussions with Bayern Munich at the moment.
Here we go. Donnelly. Oh,
I'm going to see it in a minute. Hang on. I am catching up. Oh, here's Kudos. Kudos down the wing. Here's Kudos now. He's got 3-2. He plays it true. Here's Donnelly. Oh, fudge. Just wide. Oh, it went just agonizingly wide of the goal. Oh, come on.
You know, I will say that Mr. What's the Point FC is that opinions are like a-holes. Everyone's got one. Just because you think you're correct doesn't necessarily mean you're correct. Me personally, watching this game for as long as I've watched it, I know what bad looks like, and Kudus does not look bad. And again, I'm going to reserve my judgment until after the preseason because I want to see them against Arsenal. I want to see him against Newcastle, and I want to see him against Bayern Munich. That will be a good litmus test for just exactly what we can expect from Mohamed Kudus. So until then, I'm going to reserve judgment. I think he has actually played pretty well.
Yeah, I think he has too. He's playing on the left and he's playing on the right. So he's swapping corners at the moment. I think he really has played well.
I think he's playing far more aggressive than Brendan Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, Sonny, what are you doing, bud? Sonny.
Here comes Tottenham on the bank. Lovely cross over the ball. Here comes Sonny and the ball. Sonny running up the wing, gets the ball, traps it, and just Sonny. Oh. He's still partying from the Europa League final. That's what Sonny's up to. Sonny's still partying.
Sonny is rusty, and he's also 33.
Yeah. Carl says, "Let me guess, you were desperate for Eze." I'm still desperate for Eze. Eze hasn't gone to Arsenal yet, as everyone said he was. He's still there.
They're waiting.
I mean,
Eze's camp is waiting on Arsenal.
Yeah.
Still waiting.
Yeah.
The interesting thing though is that
along.
yeah, but if you get MGW and you get Xavi Simons, then there is no need for Eze.
No.
And by the way, Simons is the better player.
Yeah.
I love Eze. Eze, but from a skill to skill perspective, Simons is a very good player.
Here comes Tottenham.
Nice.
Kudos is doing very well. Here's Bergville. Bergville gives it away. A few sloppy passes, but players will be getting tired. Players will be feeling a bit wary. This, of course, it's the first game back, guys, in pre-season, so not surprising, but good header out. That was for Jed Spence. And Jed Spence is there saying to the defenders, "Come on, guys. Come on. I can't be doing this all myself, like."
Carl, the issue with Wissa is that Brentford are not willing to part ways with both Mbemo and Wissa in the same transfer window. So Wissa is probably going to be a next year type of thing. But right now, unless they're willing to part ways with them for big money, I can't see a situation where Brentford's going to give up on Wissa right now. It's just not going to happen.
If Carl is, Tottenham is at the moment. Right. Let's see if what Carl is saying is right. The Son has gone 100% Turkey after the game in Asia. Would that explain his sort of performance today, that he doesn't want to get injured, or he doesn't want to? He's
Say
just
it
doing
again.
the bare minimum.
Say it for who?
Like Carl Simpson saying, Son is gone 100% to Turkey after the game in Asia. Would that explain his performance today? His second half book.
I don't know. That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Here's the thing, right? Because I've heard that there's an offer in Turkey. I've heard there's an offer in Major League Soccer. As a matter of fact, LAFC do have an offer on the table from him as well too. So the interesting thing about this, though, is I just don't think Sonny is that type of player where he's a professional, right? I just can't. It boggles my mind to think that he would take his foot off the gas. Me personally, I'm going to err on the side of the fact that he's 33 and this is his first minutes of football since he got injured at the end of last season. That's just for me.
Yeah, no. All hail Kudos is right. Wayne says, with Kudos in his first game in the Spurs shirt, he'll improve over time to do more. I think he's done more in his first sort of 40 odd minutes of playing in the Spurs shirt than Brendan Johnson did in the whole of last season, to be fair.
I like the idea of Mohamed Kudus working in a Thomas Frank system. I err on the side of those that understand exactly how they're going to deploy him. And I think that Mohamed Kudus was a very good signing for Spurs on the standpoint that Brendan Johnson needed competition.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Now
now he's got it, right. So I want to see how Brendan Johnson responds to this, and also vice versa. I want to see how Kudus responds to this.
Yeah. I'm just maybe it's something for after the game, or maybe the shows we do tomorrow, or the pre-records we do, Steve. But I want you, if you can, just for the next, have a look at Sonny's body language and tell me what it's telling you, because he walked away there right with his head down, and he looked really dejected, really sort of fed up. Do you know what I mean?
I wonder if Sonny is now realizing that he can't play at this level anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't see head down and dejected. You never really saw that with Sonny. Sonny in the past, right? This seemed to be like the last year and a half. You started seeing some of this, but I wonder if he knows. I wonder if he knows.
Here's Sonny. Sonny's on the ball. What can Sonny do? He plays simply past to Ben Davis. Ben Davis down to Basuma. Basuma the ball. Lovely crossfield ball from Basuma. Looking for Jed Spence. Here's Jed Spence. Oh, saved by the keeper. Jed Spence should have buried that. Should have buried it.
So that's the thing. And I just wonder if he's already at that realization where he knows that he might not be able to do it at the Premier League level anymore. And the only reason why we're keeping him until the end of the Asia Tour is because he's contractually obligated to be so. Which is why we are trying to bring in Xavi Simons to play that left-hand side.
Yeah. I tell you what, I think Ryan hit the nail. Like he said, Son is fed up because he knows he isn't at his best. I think that's a big thing as well, Ryan. Yeah. I think that's a very good shout.
Yeah.
Here's a corner kick to Tottenham. Can we make it 3-0? Punched out by the keeper. Well, the new Reading keeper's done better than the other one, to be fair, have to say. Yeah. Here's Bergville. Bergville now loses it. Oh, good tackle back there. And it is a free kick with 5 minutes to go. Steve, I want you to get your thinking cap on. I want to give you man of the match for the first 11 for the first half, and your man of the match for the second 11 on the second half. Okay. So you do that for me, and guys, put in your man of the matches as well.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I have a very good idea for my man of the match in the first half, and as well the second half as well too.
I would say first half, Steve. I would give it to I would actually give it to Kinksky for the first half.
I was leaning more towards Mikey Moore. I thought Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore's presence on the ball, his ability to turn, go forward, and not being afraid to put passes into the box. Was he 100% spot on? No, but I like the confidence. This is game one, and he showed up with just a tremendous amount of confidence. And I think that I think that at least for me, I'm going to give him the shadow. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt as for my first half player in the match.
Yeah. Big up, Steve. Thank you so much. Big up to Daily CFC Focus. Newcastle 100% dropped. Celtic winning 4-0. Come on, the boys in green. Come on, you boys. Can I just say as well, I'm saying this through gritted teeth. Congratulations for winning the World Club Championship. That's all I'm going to say in the matter. That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
What I will say is congratulations to Newcastle FC for winning the League Cup, their first cup in 55 years.
I don't mind Newcastle winning that. Actually, I'm quite happy.
No, I don't. I'm happy because they of who they beat to do it. But and you and I had talked about Sonny on multiple occasions on Newsbeat and of course on my show on Saturday, the American Hotpur. Head over to Stateside Footy and hit the subscribe button. The one of the things that I didn't want to see happen was him becoming a parody of himself, almost like a joke of himself. And so from that standpoint, I think it was time for Sonny to move on. I just think the time is right. And I think that he's fulfilled his obligation to the club by winning the Europa League. And I don't think there's anything left for him to play for at Tottenham Hotspur. And I think we can do a lot better on that left-hand side. So from that standpoint, I think it's time. I also think he knows that the game, at least the English game, has passed him a little bit. And I think it's just time for him. I think it's time for both to, for both to part ways. And I think for Sonny, going to Major League Soccer would be a very good move for him, playing in Los Angeles and making the type of money that he's going to make there in the States. And, because of the level of play of Major League Soccer, he's going to be able to start for a couple seasons.
Yeah. Just want to give you a little bit, this from Alistair Gold. There's a little bit of crowd disturbance going on at the top of one of the stand where the Spurs fans and the Reading fans are closer to one another.
Ooh.
Stewards having to intervene. So that's coming from Alistair Gold. Look, you don't want to see that side of the game, Steve, but it is part of the game, sadly. Do you think Reading should have done a better job of segregating the fans better? I know it's only a preseason game and fans will sit wherever they want.
Well,
do you feel Reading should have done a better job?
If they did not have stewards marking off the entire supporter section where there is a clear buffer between home and away supporters, then obviously the answer is yes. Even for preseason games, when you see it at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, you see the proper security, the proper buffers between the two fan bases, because the last thing you want to see is this. What I'm hoping for is that there were no punches thrown. There's no, I'm hoping that it was just words and not anything physical. Yeah, that's my hope.
Yeah, I do. I saw it on there. I was trying to look for a bit more for thing, but I think it's fair that we report everything that happens, and the good, the bad, and the damn right ugly.
Wonderful save by Vicario. Ooh.
I'm just about to see it now. Here's Reading. Reading building up. Number 36 crosses it in. Headed out by Dan Davis. Here's going to take a crack. What a save. What a save from Vicario.
Wow.
Got down, didn't he? Got down to his right-hand side and pushed it.
Are you rethinking your Kinski man of the match first half?
Do you know what? I am actually. You bugger. You bugger. Oh dear. You really are. You're a sod. Yeah, I am. Okay, and that's it. The game is over. I think it is over. Tottenham Hotspur have won 2-0. We have won our first preseason game. Come on. Tottenham are back, baby. We start with a win.
Yeah, we start the 2025-2026 season with a win. And it is now official, Dermot, that Thomas Frank the Tank train has now left the station on
Yeah.
a win. So let
Yeah.
this momentum grow. I cannot say Thomas the Tank or Thomas the Train. The Frank Train. I don't know how to say it, but it's out of the station and it's on the tracks and it's moving with the wind.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah,
Thomas the
Tank
Frank Engine. We're on that train.
In my mind, I'm thinking Frank the Tank.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Steve. I'm sorry. That's really tickled me.
Yeah,
What
I can't spit it out, but
Yeah,
what I will say is I was very impressed with this
Yeah.
preseason game, considering that the group hasn't been together for like a month and a half, almost 2 months now since the end of last
Well,
season. New
Tequila's won
head-
over.
yeah, match Franken. And it's also the first the first match under a new head coach, new philosophy, new tactics, new strategy.
Yeah.
And most importantly, they got through this one without any injuries. And so for me, that's the bonus right there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to I don't know.
I wonder if Thomas Frank returned Tequila's cat, and that's the reason why he's now all of a sudden Frank in.
Yeah. Stop laughing, Dermot. You're making me laugh now. It was just funny what Steve said. He just really giggled. I'm sorry. I wasn't really laughing at you, Steve. Please don't think that was just really funny what you said.
No, I literally cannot say Thomas the Train or the Frank Train it's coming out Thomas the Tank Train.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get words out some of the times as well. So I am one to talk, but look, I enjoyed that. Philip says Vucevic is going nowhere on loan. No, definitely not.
No.
Big up the Carl. Thomas likes his engine being turned. Oh, Tequila, I cannot put that up. Serious to God, could you have not put cat in there? Just put cat and I bring it up. He's returned my beep, Dermo, but she doesn't love me anymore. I can't compete with a millionaire. And
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Wayne is so shocked we've got a clean sheet. I mean, me and Steve we're in disbelief. We cannot believe.
Yeah, I'm not. We were talking about this a little earlier when it was asked if we're going to have clean sheets this season. I said, well, for today, definitely, because it's playing out that way.
Yeah.
But as far as the defensive stability, that's going to manifest itself through this preseason before we actually hit the ground running game one. And I would assume that as far as our defensive willing to be compact on defense, I'm sure that is going to work itself out by the time we get to that first match. Right now, it's now getting on the same page. That's exactly what this is. It's continuous repetition, getting on the same page, understanding where your teammates are going to be, and we saw a little bit of that today. I thought our defense played pretty well. Now, granted, as this thing was getting to the end right there, and now all of a sudden Reading we're starting to have clear shots on net. Obviously, there are things to clean up, but me personally, I thought today was like an A+.
Carl says, can someone start up the clock? The season is we used to have a podcast called the Cockerel Clock, and the lads used to try to put it in cock, and it always gets me, even now. Damn you, Carl. Look, Steve, where we'll ended up there, sir. Spurs are 1-2-0.
Oh, hold on though. We have a few things we got to talk about before we.
Okay, go ahead.
Number one, we talked about our first half player of the match. Who's your second half player of the match?
I would have to give it to. I have to give it to Kudus. I thought he was really good in that second half. I think Vicario was very close as well. I thought he was done very well. I thought Vucevic as well done very well as well in the first half. But for me, Kudus, I'm really impressed with him. And
I'm going to give two because I think they're both worthy of praise. And one of them is going to be Mohamed Kudus. The 2 assists, coming on and instantly having an impact, which is something that we hadn't seen in quite a while. Granted, I understand it's Reading. It's the first preseason game, but I like seeing someone come off the bench and have an immediate impact. That's number one. But also Vucevic as well, too, because I thought he played really well.
He did.
Not only getting the goal, but also man marking and showing his ability to play the position well above his years. I think for me, both of those deserve shout outs for the second half.
Yeah,
man of the match.
People are asking for the return of the Cockerel Clock podcast. Do you know what? That may return. That podcast clock. Don't start. Clock. Don't get clock.
Well, it says Wayne Bonner.
I know.
Wayne Bonner. Yeah. Okay.
It's them trying to catch me out. There's them trying to catch me out because I know I get mixed up with clock and cock. So it's clock, cock. Yeah, whatever. We've got Philip Brady saying, I think Son will leave after the Fiery's tour. Look, for me, Steve, was Sonny.
Maybe.
Look, I get it was the first game back, but that image of him, the camera was way out, right? And there was image of Sonny, head down, looking a little bit, feeling sorry for himself and thinking, I'd rather be anywhere else than here. And that's sort of the impression I've got as well. Do you think Sonny, you said in commentary that Sonny may have realized he's done at this level. Do you think Sonny's also, if there is a move, his mind's on that move if he is leaving?
That's a very good question. Here's the thing. And again, I just do not want to see Sonny become a parody of himself. Not after the career that he's had with Tottenham Hotspur. But a part of me wonders, and again, the speed of the game, we're talking about Reading. And it seemed like he either got his pocket picked or, his touch was just a little too heavy in anticipation of, a defender closing him down. That's the thing. It's like, I wonder whether he realizes that the English game just might be a little too much for him at this stage of his career.
Yeah.
And at that point, understanding that as soon as this Asia tour is done, maybe the decision has already been made and they're just waiting for that, for that to unwind, because again, he's contractually obligated to play out.
Yeah, he is.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Philip says he probably knows Romero will be captain. I think Romero would be a good captain, Steve. I know we talked about it, didn't we, the other day about captains. Do you think Sonny's a little bit upset that he's not going to be captain? If he's not, do you reckon he could be thrown a bit? I hate to say it. Could he be thrown a bit of a strop?
I don't think so. I think from Sonny's standpoint, I think he understands that his Tottenham career may be coming to an end. And I don't necessarily think I don't think he cares one way or another, right? Because I think that was a popularity choice, not necessarily a choice out of respect, right? Where I do think that Romero probably does have the respect of the team. But again, I always go back to thinking that, Dejan Kulusevski is probably the guy that is probably, if we're talking about like Roy Keane characteristics, like, who's the guy on the team that actually has those type of characteristics on and off the field? It's probably Kulusevski, but again, he's going to be injured for a while. He's going to be out. And so, you're going to want to name a captain before the start of the season. So just by proxy, when you go over the positions and understanding who's going to be out, who's potentially going to be leaving, there's only a handful of players. And the one thing that I will say about Romero is if he names him the captain, that lets you know that he's not going anywhere.
Yeah. It does. Look, let's talk very quickly about the first half performance. I thought that let's talk about the midfield and the front line. The midfield tree for me in the first half was okay. I thought Bentancur was a little bit sloppy. A little bit. I thought Mikey Moore and Alpha Divine were sensational. I really did. I thought they grew into the first half. They grew into the game. For me, I thought Mikey Moore did, and I thought Alfie Devine grew into the game. And then the front three, I thought Solanke should have scored early on, but didn't really do a lot. And then the second half, I thought Burville really impressed. I was really impressed by Burville, but kudos for me. What a signing. And it shows what you can do if you buy a quality winger for quality money, what he gives you. And he's already transformed that front tree already. And what I liked about it, Steve, as well, sorry, I don't mean to go on. I'll just finish up on this point. It's the interchanging of the front three. It was sometimes a 2. It was sometimes a 1. You had Kudos swapping with Sonny. You had then at one point in the first half, the 3-5-2. So the flexibility to change formation all the time is so impressive and so refreshing.
I
What's your thoughts on it?
I seem to think that the first half is going to be the style in which we're going to play a
Yeah.
majority, right? Where you're going to be pushing up the pitcher, and you're essentially in a 3. You have you have your holding midfield staying back above it, while your deep line playmaker is going to be roaming higher up the pitch. You have your wing back on the left, which is going to be Udogie, and then of course your left winger is going to be tucking in, and almost essentially they're playing with 2 high 10s. And your right wing is going to essentially drift centrally to the back post. So you're going to have Solanke playing through the middle, and it's going to be either Brendan Johnson or Mohamed Kudus on the back post, almost playing a little bit of that that center forward, false 9 type of role. I think that's going to be how we're going to be playing most of the time. With the inside forward coming off the right side as they bomb up the left side, or maybe they switch it and they have Pedro Porro doing this today. Pedro Porro stayed home most of the first half, wasn't necessarily pushing up the pitch as much as you and I probably thought he was going to do. But from that standpoint, I thought that to your point about Althea Devine and Mikey Moore, I do agree. I thought they got into the game as the first half was moving along. I did think that Alfie Devine, in a sense, maybe was a little tentative because again, this is his showcase, right? Today was his showcase to let Thomas Frank know that he deserves to be on this on this first team. And I think from that standpoint, he may have been a little tentative early, trying to do too much. And then as the first half was playing along, it looked like he started playing a little bit more smooth. I thought Mikey Moore was sensational from the point of, as they were trying to play on the counter and they were playing through the middle, Mikey Moore had no problem receiving the ball and then turning and moving upfield and trying to play weighted balls playing weighted balls into the box. I thought his passing ability was sharp. As far as Dominic Solanke is concerned, I wonder if he was surprised by the amount of service he was getting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Because last season he rarely got service if ever, and he was left on an island. And now he's got somebody that's on his backside, off his back shoulder, and he's able to do the things that are necessary from a striker. So the one chance you and I were talking about was the cross in from Mikey Moore, and where it hit his lead foot and he just passed it wide. The interesting thing is that lets you know that a striker is still working through some things in the preseason. There's a little bit of rust there, those are the type of things that eventually will work itself out as we get closer to the regular season. But the second half was a little bit more base 4-2-3-1. Yeah, you didn't necessarily see wing backs. It was a lot of forward balls. Especially, they were trying to work their way down the right and left hand side. I thought Kudus was better on the right side than Sonny was on the left side. But that being said, Kudus has the 2 assists. You get a very big goal from Will Langsher, which I was really happy to see, and Vuskovic with the second goal, which shows you just his, it shows you just how talented that kid is as well too. Yeah. So there's a lot of positives to take from this match. Me personally, I thought both keepers were great. Yeah. And I thought the 2 things that stood up was the defensive awareness. I thought that was pretty good. I thought the passing was next level. Now it's just cleaning up those little things that are going to be able to link up play into the attacking third. And I think that is, by the time we're done in preseason, as they're ready to play Burnley, that is going to be cleaned up. And I think and especially with new players coming in, because we will have more players coming in by the time we hit it. This has a potential to start off the season as a well-oiled machine.
Carl's just saying there, expect Paulinia to advance more in the coming hours. So that's interesting to know. Look, I just want to finish up on Thomas Frank. Steve, the way he went to the what he used to do at Bournemouth, go around Brentford, go up to the fans and clap the fans. He started doing it today. It shows he wants to be connected with the Tottenham fans. We lost that connection with the manager and the teams last season for whatever reason. Is it important that connection between us
Yeah.
and the team is so solid and 100% there that there's no issues at all now. Do you think now last season everyone's healed and they'll come back as one fan base again
Yeah.
under this manager?
Yeah, absolutely. And it has to be, right? Because last season the fan base was fractured between Ange in, Ange out. And we saw what that manifested as far as the protests and some of these things. For now that that's over, and now that we are under a new leadership, there doesn't seem to be any fracturing within the fan base. I think everybody has united a little bit under Frank, and when you see these type of gestures, it shows you how important it is to Thomas Frank that everybody is moving in the same direction.
Yeah.
Because one hand feeds the other, and you can't have any type of that. You can't have any type of splintering or fracturing in the fan base, because as we saw last season, it gets you absolutely nowhere. And so I was actually happy to see that, because I think it's a goodwill gesture from Thomas Frank. This is his first opportunity to salute the traveling fans, and I love that. Whether it's a win or loss, that has to be taking place every single time they step between the lines.
Yeah. Well, look, Steve, I want to thank you for today. You've been absolutely amazing with me. I'm really enjoying it. Go on, sir.
Can I ask you one more question?
You can ask me whatever you like.
Okay. So I know we're taking off in just a few minutes, but I have to ask you, for the first match out, what is your grade for Thomas Frank today? What would you give?
I would give Thomas Frank. This is something you and me are going to do, actually. We're going to do the idea I have in my head for the Premier League is me and Steve to do a Thomas Frank pre-record, where we just rate we look at Thomas Frank and the tactics and right. For me, Steve, I'm giving him a 9 out of 10 today. I thought his in-game management, his tactics, everything was so refreshing. I think I can't give him 10 out of 10 because that would be that everything went perfect. But for me, 9 out of 10 for Thomas Frank. I thought it was refreshing to see a manager manage properly instead of going gung ho. Let's attack and forget there. We saw multiple systems where Tottenham were defensively strong. Clean sheet. That's important today. A clean sheet gives you so much confidence moving forward. The players look more free. They look more relaxed. They look more at home. They want the ball. And so I give them a 9 out of 10. What about you, Steve? I'm going to give him a 10. I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10. I thought this was a good first appearance for Thomas Frank. What I liked the most was his lineup choices for the first and second half. His strategic using of young players in that first half with Mikey Moore and Alfie Devine. I thought those were the right choices considering the alternatives. We just don't have it. We just don't necessarily have that secondary 10. And that's the thing. It was what Kinski, Devine, and Mikey Moore spread out among the more established players, because those are the type of ways that you want to use some of these young players with the more experienced players, as they're going to get comfortable with each other. And then in the second half, I liked his second half lineup as well too. Never left anybody out there long enough to get ahead of themselves or to get injured. And to be honest with you, I thought it was especially for Sonny and Mohamed Kudus to come on that second 45, which is I don't know how you feel about it. I think that was the right touch. But also you mentioned the fact how they feel a little bit more comfortable, and I think that also reflected on some players who we think that may or may not be here long term, which is a guy like Yves Bissouma. Bissouma played actually pretty well in that second half, right? And you're starting to see that there is a night and day difference between Thomas Frank and Ange Postecoglou, and I think you see it on their face. I think you see it just in the spirit of play. They weren't playing tentative; they were playing loose and free. Yeah.
And I think that manifested. I think that is a manifestation from the manager. And I thought today was a good first impression. But again, What I will say again before we go is the fact that we got from point A to point B without any injuries whatsoever.
Which is the most important thing, isn't it? We got through. Now Richie wasn't injured but left out the squad today.
Yep.
But Solomon, sorry, did pick up an injury in training. So I think from that, we think Richie could be gone this week. I think potentially. Look, I'm just really excited. Philip says, "Great to see such early optimism." I think we all got so tired with last season. Sorry, Tequila. This will be the last time we're going to mention his name, so please don't chuck stock and stuff at your telly. Please just calm yourself. I think last season, right, we got so negative with, is he staying? Is he going? Right. After every defeat, I said it to you a few times, didn't I? Here we go again. Is he staying? Is he going? And you were left with that sort of funny feeling in your stomach of, I don't want another Spurs game. I don't want to. Yeah,
it was
down. Get my point?
It was. Yeah, there was so much. It was so downtrodden because not only did we not necessarily get off to the greatest start, and then all of a sudden we had the injury issues. But then, you also have, Ange at press conference taking shots at fans, not necessarily doing the things that you would expect to post game, all of these type of things, on top of the fact that, towards the end of the season, it's, is he staying? Is he going? And then the rotation in the Premier League, and we were dropping Premier League games every single week. It got to the point where by the end of the season, even with the Europa League win, we were just exhausted, absolutely exhausted.
I mean, I still can't believe I burst into tears live on YouTube. I mean, I'm still embarrassed by that, but that was just pure emotion. Or exhaust. We were both all exhausted. But listen,
we got the trophy. Of course,
we got the trophy, and we got the Super Cup, which I cannot wait. Are you taking the day off for the UEFA Super Cup?
What day is it on?
It's on the 13th, which is a Wednesday. It's 3 days before the start of the Premier League season.
The 13th. I'll be there. I'll be there for the Super Cup, 100%.
Well, we were all there for the Europa League final. I think it's only fitting that we're all there for the.
It's an opportunity to start the season with a trophy.
Yeah. But listen, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really had a blast. The season's back. The 25-26 season is here. Tottenham start with a good 2-0 win away to Reading. Luton next week, so you will get us again next week. We will do the before the whistle. We will do this, and then next week we're going to start doing the post-match show afterwards as well. So we're going to start bringing that in, guys. There will be videos up over the weekend, probably tomorrow or Monday, with round up our player ratings and also our thoughts on the game and our look ahead. Then during the week we'll do the pre-records for the week ahead for Luton.
Quickly go ahead and let the folks know where they can find you on TikTok.
Yeah, well, look, you know where you can find me on TikTok, guys. The link is all in description below. But Steve, I was going to come to you. We're starting a new podcast tomorrow. But before we could talk about that, where can people find you? Because you're on TikTok now as well. So get over there and smash that follow button on TikTok.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I've only been on TikTok for about a week and things are progressing quite nicely. So you can find me on TikTok is where you can find me on Twitter as well too, at Stateside Footy. So go over there and check it out because I generally post daily. And as soon as we're off here, I'm going to post as well about this match today too. So definitely check that out.
Yeah.
Hit the like button.
I just want to say on our TikTok page, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone. I'm very much a case of I'm not very confident when it comes to me when I do this YouTube and everything, and I still can't believe people still listen to me because I swear to God I talk shite half the time, but. On TikTok, we just went over the last week over to 647 followers on TikTok. Look, we're nearly at 2K followers on X as well, and of course we're well on the way. We're nearly at 2,100 on YouTube. Guys, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough for all the support you show myself, Steve, the guys here on this channel, Steve as well. I'm sure he's going to say the same about on his channel. Thank you. And thank you for looking after us in the summer. Again, Steve, thank you for what you did when I wasn't well. Really appreciated. You took the channel by the scruff of the neck and you ran with it, and I'm really appreciative to do that. But yeah, we're back on tomorrow, Steve. We've got a little podcast, and I forgot the name of it. It will come to me. I haven't done the thumbnail yet, but
Football is life.
There we go. Thank you. Where me and Steve talk everything bar Tottenham. We talk Premier League. We talk Championship. We talk League One, League Two. We're talking everything football related. And what we're talking about tomorrow night, Steve, we're talking about Crystal Palace, the UEFA scenario.
Yeah, we're talking about Crystal Palace and the absolute jobbing that UEFA did in favor of Nottingham Forest. And I think there are emails that Crystal Palace want to be made available. That shows that they gave Forest a behind the scenes extension in order to get their multi-club ownership through the line, so that they were able to make that step up to the Europa League. And by the way, Crystal Palace was able to do it too, but apparently not in the time frame that was given. So there's a lot of discrepancies of if Nottingham Forest was given preferential treatment over Crystal Palace. So yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. I'm sure we're going to talk a little bit about the Man City charges as well too. But what I'm looking forward to is the talk of promotion and relegation, who we think are going down, coming up from the championship, and just how the championship is going to play out this year. So really looking forward to it.
I am. Also, we are going to talk about the Man City thing, and I've got a gripe about that. I've got a rant coming on that. I have a major rant on that. So do join us. It's 10 o'clock tomorrow. It's been thrown over 3 platforms on Fifth Tier Podcast, on Stateside Footy, and THFC Till We Die. So it's going across the 3 networks. And then all shorts will be going up onto X and TikTok as well. Guys, thank you so much. I am going to end the stream now, believe it or not. So Tequila's telling me to run, Dermo, run. Can I just
believe it or not, he's ending the stream.
Erwin says, thank you for a great show, guys. I was listening in the car as I was collecting the missus and the little one. Thank you. Look, it's our pleasure. We love doing this. But guys, Steve, thank you so much. Everyone go over Stateside Spurs, Stateside Footy. Sorry. Everyone hit the like and subscribe here. Tottenham are back, baby. Woo! And we're back with a win. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back. We'll see you sometime over the weekend. Come on, you Spurs. In Thomas Frank, we trust. Choo choo. The Thomas Frank train has left the station. Yeah, I'm waiting for your Kulu thing.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, man. Kulu forever.
Always end on your Kulu. Oh, yeah. Always end on your Kulu
forever.
thing. Yeah, on that bombshell. See you later. Bye.
Eyes on the prize.